Hello guys, good morning. Greetings from Philippines all the way to you. Good evening. Hello guys, I do apologize guys. I forgot that I will do this a morning. I know I wasn't checked because I'm so busy guys. I'm making terminals to my solar panel. Sorry so guys, I thought that I set up that up evening. Sorry. Who's there? Kuya 123 Tarl, Brian, hello there. Kuya Leonard, hello. Oh my gulay. Sorry. Robert, hello there. Good evening. The Kuya Darren, hello there. If you like to come up in here in the panel, guys, just tap that one. Wait. I have
Welcome to
some.
Bonehead Trucker. You want to be a
Oh,
Bonehead Trucker?
hello
Congratulations,
there.
Amy. Congratulations.
Thank
All right,
you,
where's
Robert. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I'm making some terminal to my solar. I will finish this one first. Sorry. Wait.
where's the cake and ice cream and the belly dancers and who's going to come
What?
jumping out of the cake?
What? I don't have cake. It's okay. It's Double D. Thank you so much, Kuya Mike. Hello there, Kuya Mike. Yeah, congratulations to me. Yeah. 2 years being monetized channel, guys. I'm so happy, guys. I'm so happy. Yeah.
Hi to
Papa
you,
Gord,
Lord.
you're there, Papa Gord. Thank you. Guys, wait, guys. I need to finish this one, guys. Wait. I need to finish this because I already started.
Hi,
Hey,
Joe.
Darren. Hey, Darren. Yeah, I just looked at your text message. Yeah. I've been going home every Friday, except for this weekend, next week, to my son's high school football game. But these last week was a blowout, and this week's going to be a blowout. But I'm going home next week, the Wednesday next week, to get ready for the homecoming parade on Thursday, and we might have a game that Friday, unless Dixie forfeits, because that team is just literally getting destroyed. It's sad to that team too, but we're definitely going to go to state, and I'm rarely on any live streams hardly. It's just all about timing. Well, if you get a troll tonight, Sammy, it'll be a genie popped out of a Jack Daniels bottle. Yeah, I'll definitely have the parade inside and out because everybody does. Especially a lot of the mothers were filming because they saw the baby Yodas in the windshield, and I was chucking them out. I'll
Hello,
be
Papa
doing that again.
Fred.
I got a lot more baby Yodas to throw out this time.
Yatin Dizia, good morning.
Hello, Leonard. Hey,
Sorry,
Leonard.
guys. I need to do this, guys, because what is this one? Look at this one. No electricity again. My
Oh,
God.
you're in the brownout?
Yeah.
That's
So
not
I need
fun.
to try this one. So
Why,
I will try
why,
if
they,
it's working.
why they call it a brownout? We call it a blackout.
I think it's a blackout at night. It's a brownout during the day.
Blackout, blackout, blackout.
Yeah, blackout at night and the brownout when it happens in the day.
I have a lot of mess here, guys. Wait, guys. I
Yeah,
need
when
to
I was
try
in,
this because a blackout. Then.
hey Robert, check this out. When I was in Corone back in 2016,
Uh-huh.
that picture with me and Barry, we were at the pool, and there was a pool party going on. Everybody was invited. Man, there were panays everywhere. There were more women than men there. But anyway, the lights went out, and everybody goes, "Ooh, look at the pretty sky." The music got cut. You couldn't hardly see anything. And I'm like, I wonder how many kids are going to be conceived in the next hour or so while the lights are out. Every, everybody was laughing.
Well, you're
And,
right. You're
and
right,
when
though.
and then the lights came on, everybody was laughing at me. because I said it was me that said it. But Donna gave me a dirty look. Like, you should know better than say that.
Ah. Darren goes brown. That's when they throw shit at me.
Well, it happened in New York.
Sammy, Mike married to a beautiful woman says, has it started raining yet?
Yeah, it starts raining in here.
Yeah, in the late 70s, a blackout happened in New York City. The lights were out all night, and people were stuck in elevators. And they did a poll. There were a lot of kids conceived that night. there was. I'm just wondering, if you get stuck on the elevator with your secretary, well, what are you going to do in there? There ain't nothing to do.
Johnny on the spot says, "Hey, Sean."
Hello.
Come
in.
I thought brown out was when you didn't wipe good enough.
Wait, guys, I need to. Sorry, guys, I don't have any connection. Yeah, I only use.
All your data.
No.
Yeah, she's trying to.
Johnny on the spot, hello there.
She's trying to get the solar up and running, Wi-Fi going.
Yeah. I need to function this Wi-Fi. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you got to get some power flowing. Somebody is ringing. Is that you, Leonard? Yeah, I've been watching the news, Sean. This thing that's coming in on Florida is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's supposed to hit sometime tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a category 4, brother. By the time it makes landfall, it's going to be a category 4. Hi, Cliff and Rue.
Well, then people in Florida need to know better. They know
Lizelle.
Hey, Cliff, come on up to the panel, please.
Lizelle's here too.
I'm fixing. Sorry.
Lizelle, don't you leave. I want Lizelle up here too. She eluded me last time she came here.
Well, she kind of does that. She lingers in the chat, and then she'll she'll disappear. What's up, Hippy Dippy?
Hippy Dippy, you there?
Yeah, Cliff, you can give us an update.
Yeah, I think she's close. He did a video where they went to a park, and she's looking big. I think she's about ready to have that baby anytime.
I think it's next month though.
Yeah, but she's really big, brother. And in the video he showed where they had to go up all these stairs, and is all that weight and as big as she is, I bet you that wore her out. All right, as Cliff said, October 17th we go back.
That's my daughter's 18th birthday. My daughter Beth.
Hey, Lizelle, how are you today?
Hi, Lizelle.
Cliff and Rue, prayers are with you, okay?
Oh, dang. Yeah. I can't. I don't have the time to pull over to hook up my K1 and everything.
Hello, Larry.
I could seduce Lizelle to come up here to hear me karaoke.
Hi, Larry.
How are you, everyone? Thank you so much for coming, guys. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't have electricity and then to do this because I wasn't finished yesterday. Guys, you can hear me?
Larry said hi, Leonard.
Thank you, Larry. Hi.
God, why it's not working?
Leonard, do you go by that in real life, or do you go by Len for short? Because every friend I had named Leonard went by Len for
I
short.
do. I do go by Len. I will
I
not
thought
go
so.
by Lenny.
Yeah, I know. I knew some
Lenny.
guys that went by Lenny.
Yeah.
Because my sister Joanne, we've called her Joe since we were little.
Yeah.
Called her Joe for short.
Yeah. Some of my closest friends call me Len.
Yeah, well, when I was younger, they used to call me Bobby.
Well, that's kind of normal for
That's
Robert,
a little
but-
boy's name, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I stopped going
Young
by
man.
Bobby when I hit my probably around 23 and started going by my given name,
Yeah.
which I really don't mention. Kuyagor says, "Congratulations, Sammy."
Thank you so much, Pop.
And Cliff says, "We had a great night all day. Finished work at 6 a.m. I'm going to sleep."
See, if
All
y'all
right,
come up to
Cliff.
the panel, you won't have to type anything.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
Tarl said, "My dad called me numbnuts growing up."
guys, sorry, guys. I have here, guys.
Well, I got called a lot of different names, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, my dad knew better. He wouldn't say that. I mean, like, hey, your nuts were numb when you had me, so
But
the hell.
the one thing that was real true, when my mom or my dad called me by my full name, that's when I knew I was in trouble.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go home when they used my
Yeah.
full name.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to ass whooping.
Yeah. And to be all honest, brother, we were more afraid of my mother than we were my father.
I wasn't afraid of my mom. It was my dad I was afraid of until I got older.
Well, no, my father would only come into it, Sean, if it was something really, really bad. But if it was just something like minor, my mother handled it. But yeah, if you used a bad word that wasn't cool, then my dad got involved.
And we got a mouthful of palm olive dish soap. That's
Yeah.
why we called it Nate
Yeah.
Palm Olive.
Yeah,
Because when you went to the water, your mouth exploded full of suds.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we did the soap in the mouth.
Not palm olive dish soap. That's why I never have it in my house.
Yeah, but see, like I said, my middle name, only a couple of people know my middle name. So
Advertise mine either.
yeah, well, I'm named after my grandfather, my mom's dad, but I got teased a lot in school with that name.
I don't think they make them anymore. But I'll tell you what, man. I remember my mother wearing my ass out with a wire coat hanger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Metal
I
coat
haven't
hanger?
seen one in a while.
Well, see, my grandma, she'd use switches from the bushes. And my dad, like I said, if he came into it to discipline you, you remember the old leather straps that hung on the barber chairs for sharpening the razors?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's what my father had. And,
Yep. That's what you heard from the bedroom.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh my
Turn
God.
over.
I never personally got used on me, but my brother Ray, yeah. Yeah, he did do it, and I heard the screams coming out of the room. But that's usually when you used a real bad word around my mother, is when my father got involved. Yeah, the C word and the B word and the MF word, and my dad didn't fly with that. My brother Ray called my mom the B word, a bitch.
I've never done that. Never.
And,
No, I wouldn't have survived that.
yeah, my pop, like I said, he never really got involved. He let my mother do most of the disciplining, unless it was really bad. Well, my father was always working. I mean, he worked 2 jobs.
Well, my dad would have knocked our teeth out. We got off color with our mother like that. We knew better.
Yeah.
Well, I remember the one time my brother, because me and my brother had real long hair back then. I remember the one time my brother tried to walk away from my dad. My dad just went, what? Grabbed a handful of that hair and said, where the hell you think you're going? He said, I'm not done talking to you, and you're not turning your back on me. Mike goes, I think your name is Marion, Rob. Middle name is Marion. Nah. All right, guys, I'll tell you. My middle name's Otis.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's Lex Luthor's sidekick. Otis!
Yeah, and also Andy Griffith show. So I got teased a lot in school.
Yeah.
Otis the
Right,
drunk.
Mr. Luthor.
Yeah.
I like that in Superman 2. He goes, I want my Liberace records back.
What was that, Turl? That John Wayne's middle name was what? Yeah, the metal. Yeah, I remember the metal hangers too. Sean.
Oh, John Wayne's middle name was Otis? I never knew that.
No, I think
his name was Marion Michael Morrison.
It was Mary.
That was his first name.
Yeah.
His middle name
okay.
was Michael. Yeah, his real name was Marion Michael Morrison.
That's still a tiny town where he's from in Iowa. DeSoto? It's tiny.
Tarl says his name was John Marion Wayne. I think moms back then liked John Wayne. Well, my mother liked John Wayne. My mom loved Elvis. She loved all of them.
Yeah.
All the women back then wanted Elvis in the wrong way.
Yeah, well, I mean, I remember when Elvis died, man. My mom went out and bought every newspaper, everything that was related to Elvis. She got it.
Finally,
look at there. Is it all up and running?
light doesn't the voltage and the because this is a little bit controller of my electricity.
That's why you don't see too many Elvis impersonators anymore, because they learned really quickly that their fan base are all senior citizens.
Yeah, Larry
young ladies don't like him.
Sorry, Larry said he changed his name to John Wayne.
Yeah, that's probably true. But his real name was Marion Michael Morrison.
Yeah.
And when he changed it, he may have kept the Marion for middle name. I do not know.
Mike married to a beautiful woman said Otis is an elevator company. It is. I don't know if Otis is even still in business anymore. I don't know if they make elevators anymore.
Yeah, but my favorite character was Otis, Lex Luthor's sidekick in Superman.
Yeah, that was Ned Beatty, wasn't it? That was
I'm
Ned
sorry,
Beatty.
Mr. Luthor. My arm wasn't long enough.
Yeah, that was Ned Beatty that played it, right? Sean.
What?
That was Ned Beatty that played it. That was Ned Beatty that played the part, right?
Yes. He's the one that had to squeal like a pig in Deliverance.
No, we had a disc jockey here called the Grease Man, and we had a disc jockey here called the Grease Man on DC 101. He used to call Ned Beatty all the time. He'd find out his phone number and call him at home, and then he'd just start playing Squealing Pigs. And Ned Beatty was sitting there, who is this? Stop calling me. But for some reason, he always would find his phone number and do that to him.
I'm sorry, Mr. Luthor. My arm wasn't long enough. Otis, do you want to see a real long arm? That was hilarious.
The electricity back and forth. If you can see the click there, click like that. Because of the automatic what do you call this one? The automatic power transformer.
Yeah, that switch it automatically flips when the machine loses power.
And which is not good. The electricity doing so bad because it can directly give high bill operating because the gadget was going to repower. That's why I always advise to my mom that if the brand out and then no CD yet if the blackout come and then the electricity come back again if this if it's not steady yet, don't plug in the refrigerator or any gadget you plug in or because it will directly consume a lot of power because it's shocking the power, you know.
Yeah. Uh,
Am I right?
yeah, you are because you'll get a power surge when the power comes back on. It'll rush through the lines and it can burn some stuff up. But yeah, Larry said something. John Wayne's nickname was Duke. He got that from his childhood dog.
I will
Yeah, I
finish.
heard that too.
Yeah, and that 50 song was popular. Duke of Earl.
Uh huh.
And then I thinking of Bill and Ted's. I am the Earl of Preston, and I am the Duke of Ted.
Tim Baziak said he made it through the typhoon. The only thing was I did have 12-hour brownout after the storm.
Mhm.
Yep, everybody in Florida won't be able to flush their toilets for a month. I know this
What?
because of my sister. That's what happens after a hurricane. It's Florida. You won't flush your toilets for a month, and it's disgusting. That's why my
Why is
sister
that?
moved upstate in the panhandle of Florida. She couldn't take it anymore. Because
Papa Goy, sinusir Papa Goy.
Yeah, because I think that super typhoon, it just dumped a lot of rain is what it was. But when I was on Google, it some places it was packing over 200-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, there were some places where it knocked down the houses and ripped the roofs
But
off.
what I'm kind of concerned about is this thing that's coming up into Florida and it's going to hit the target is Tampa is where
Yeah,
it's going to make landfall, and it's already a category 4.
along Sarasota and Tampa is the target.
Yeah,
yeah, that's supposed to be what tomorrow.
yeah, it's supposed to be by the time they're saying it's going to intensify even more. It might even go to a category 5. Well, see, the way it's coming in is it's coming through the Gulf, so it's just getting all that warm, hot air, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and stronger.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
going
but
over.
it's
It's going over warm water.
yeah, but it's colder than the witch's tit up here. I had to
Well,
put pants and a long sleeve shirt on now.
yeah, well, it's getting
Yeah, but you're not in Florida.
it's in the Gulf. Yeah, it's in the Gulf. It's gulping up all that hot air, and
Yep.
it's making it stronger.
At 42 degrees last night up here in Illinois.
Yeah, it got to I think 52 here.
It's supposed to get down to the 50s the rest of the week, but here in Texas. But I don't know about Florida.
Yeah, that's what I was already saying. The trees here are already changing, Leonard. They're already starting to change color.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's almost early, isn't it?
yeah, it's early for Virginia. Yeah.
Okay. And shout out to Polar Bear. Thank you so much for what to call this one renewing your membership and also Kuya Serge. Yeah. We are going to say yeah.
Hi, Serge.
Yeah. Wait, guys. I'll be right back, guys.
Hey, Tim.
Well, hell, man, I'm just curious. Is DeSantis going to give everybody a free plane ticket to Martha's Vineyard to escape the hurricane? Like, come
I don't
on,
know.
bitch.
He's taking people from Texas, flying them to Florida, and then flying them to Martha's Vineyards. He wasn't
He's
getting
gonna.
them from Florida to start with.
Uh-huh. He'd be lucky to not go to the pokey for that one. He broke some major laws there, the human
Yeah,
trafficking laws.
yeah. They're already processing indictments against him.
No, if they get him, he can go ahead and just write off running again.
Yeah.
He was the only one that was a better candidate, but after what he did, I'm like, screw him.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I don't want him back in there, brother. He's nuts. Ain't nothing like
And,
ain't nothing like a 70-something-year-old, 3-year-old mentality.
yeah, but you watch one of his rallies, especially the one from Ohio, you'd think it was a TV evangelist type deal thing because they got the
Oh,
soft
you
music
watch
being
some of
played.
his stuff when he was first running. I'm rich. I don't need nobody's money.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Guys,
Yeah.
my second year anniversary gift. Joe.
Did Lizelle leave? She left
From
again.
I haven't
Haven't
seen her in
seen
the
her for a
chat.
while.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in the chat.
I
anyway,
was
guys,
begging her to come up here.
here, guys, DC and easy breaker and DC breaker because I need it for my system.
Yeah.
That's what I upgrade my solar system a little bit. Yeah, so I can run everything here, and then at the moment I wasn't use my refrigerator. It's because it can my battery is not enough and my voltage is so low because it's always raining here. The battery doesn't yeah. If you can see this one, guys, it's giving me a warning. This one, this is my solar charge controller giving me a warning because it's so low voltage. 34% battery I have, but
Uh-huh.
still works guys, because I have this system. I have this controller. Yeah, adjustable. So that's
Cool.
why it's working. Now
Hey,
guys,
Mel.
I will show you yeah, my gift joke. Mel, Tampol, hello there, Mel. Nicolas
Hello,
shout
Mel.
Oh, excuse me.
Is that something for your solar?
yeah, breakers.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Look at
breakers. All right.
that.
Yeah. I ordered it 5 pieces, two AC and three DC.
Is that like a whole strip? Or are they individual?
Individual.
Okay.
This is dirty. This is dirty. One dirty.
You call for a record?
What? Ballhead tracker? Oh my god, yes, I have AC now. Thank you.
Oh, ow. Man. Ooh.
Breaker. Oh? Yan, better to bark it and taste it than for it and wait it. Oh my god. Maybe you should put a system in my place. Sure, Kuya. Kuya Mike, sure. I will do if you like to. But you will provide everything because I don't have a lot of money. I upgrade it slowly, Kuya. Every time that I have savings, I upgrade it.
Hey,
In between,
Taro, for some reason, sometimes coffee just gasses me up and I belch for about an hour or two. I don't get gas
Well,
like that.
well, you went back to 12 because you need more stuff to go to 24, right?
yeah, I can't use my 24-volt system at the moment because my battery can't handle it and my system here can't handle it as well.
Oh,
So
you need a couple more batteries.
It's better to have the 12 and have something right now.
yeah.
So it's just best to have a working system until you can get everything you need for the 24.
Yeah. Rona TV, hello there. Please type 143 guys if you like to connect to each one another. Thank you so much.
Hello, Rona.
Hello,
Anyway,
Rona.
Leonard,
Yeah.
there's a
Yes.
good. I was talking to my colleagues the other day in a long meeting, and one of them said this, and it made so much sense. He goes, "These elections, don't worry about it. All they're doing is just shuffling cat shit around in a litter tray." That made a lot of sense.
You're right.
this thing, guys, it's so hard a little bit to what they call this one, a little bit hard to put in the utility box. It's because what they call this one, the lock of this yeah, this one is so it's something different. It's because you need to pull this one. You need to pull it bottom so it will going to lock to here in the middle here.
Yeah.
So we're going to
Hey,
fit.
hey, Sammy, every time I see his name, I think of the famous French artist
Mm-hmm. Kuya
Glenn
Len
Whistler.
Wester.
Yeah, I think of a Whistler, the artist. He
Uh,
painted Whistler's mother. It's a priceless painting.
uh-huh. Yan, kuya.
Hi, Len Whistler.
And
Good
when I looked
morning.
at I saw that painting in an art gallery once, and I'm like, the woman looks like she's waiting for the World Series to come on. Looks like she's watching TV, and TVs didn't exist back then.
Really? There you go.
Oh, you're putting them in the box?
Yeah, I put it to the box because I'm going to, Kuya Len, thank you so much for that, Kuya Len. You're so generous.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you, Kuya Len. I will put all the DC because I need DC breaker from my battery to the inverter and from my battery to go to the what the call this one solar charge controller. Hello, Billy. Hello there. Mark, hello there. Good morning. You are welcome. Thank you so much, Kuya Len. Thank you so much, Kuya Len, huh? Guys, please check out the channel of Kuya Len Whistler, guys. My moderator there, please drop the link of Len Whistler. Thank you. Um, Beautiful Sammy. Thank you so much, Kuya yeah, Mark.
You know something, Leonard? I don't hear any
What?
TV. I don't hear any TV tonight.
I remembered.
Only I hear tonight is the what the person smelling breath of Kuya.
Well, usually when Leonard's up here, you can hear his TV in the background.
Yeah, and I always have to go turn it down. But I remembered this time when I started.
So what's going on, Leonard? How you doing,
Thank
Uh,
brother?
you, Team
not too
Desire.
much.
Team.
Hey,
What
Len,
is
I
it?
don't know if you keep up with foreign politics, but is it Mussolini's granddaughter that became the prime minister of Italy? I
I
think
don't
it
know.
is.
I don't know if it's a granddaughter, but it's a relation that way. I think.
Benito Mussolini.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't come to a very good end, did he?
Nope.
I'm so silly, guys, because
Although he had
I
good intentions.
I wasn't put the fuse there yet. My God, Sammy.
Where he went crazy is he wanted to rebuild the Roman Empire. That wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Aww. It's still raining, guys.
Yeah, I looked at the radar for the Philippines this morning. You all got
Well,
rain coming.
that's left over from the typhoon, isn't it?
Probably it's rain bands. Yeah,
Where did that typhoon go after it blew over the Philippines?
it went the other direction on the Philippines.
Yeah, baby.
It came from the Philippine sea side, I think, and then it went across and went the other way.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Because
it
the
looked like it
island,
came from the
the old,
Pacific Ocean.
yeah, well, no, it came from the Philippine Sea, that direction, I think.
Too
I
much
figured it
kuya.
was that's the South China Sea, right? I figured it would hit China or hit Japan. Japan had already been hit.
Yeah, what came from
Yeah.
that direction? Yeah.
But
But yeah, before it just built up a lot of strength before it got over to the Philippines. Hey, David, Island Life, how are you, brother?
Kuya David, good morning. Guys,
Hey,
thank you
Dan.
for your
David,
great.
David.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, you deserve it, Sammy.
But I caught
Thank you.
something on the news about it. That's why I was asking you, Len, if you'd heard about that. I wasn't sure if it was his granddaughter or I know it's a relation of some
Yeah,
sort.
Yeah,
that's first I heard of that. I don't really
I
follow it.
heard something on the news about it also, but I wasn't paying enough attention.
Uh-huh.
Should have been.
Yeah, I don't really follow all the politics over in Europe too much.
No, they don't want you to know about it. That's why.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of countries like Italy, they have 12
Mhm.
political parties. But America, we know better. Two's enough.
Yeah.
We have enough problems with the ones we have.
Yep.
So it could be bought and paid for by corporate greed.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why nothing ever gets done.
happy,
That's why I say, a
happy
colleague of
birthday.
mine said that. All they're
Happy
doing is
birthday to your
shuffling shit,
channel.
and
Sorry.
they're just shuffling cat shit in a litter tray every 4 to 8 years. That's all we do. Nothing
Hey,
ever gets done.
Dan.
Kuya Dan, thank you so much. Oh my God, Kuya Dan. Thank you so much, Kuya Dan.
Oh my goodness, God, it's dark where you're at, brother. Where are
What?
you what interstate are you on?
I'm on Interstate 65 southbound.
Man, that is dark, brother.
Oh, look at all the headlights.
Well, I'm saying just I see your headlights and I see the other headlights coming the other way.
Kuya Dan, thank you so much, Kuya Dan, huh?
Oh man, see, like I said, the coffee gasses me up some fierce.
Yeah, I've been drinking that Nature's Own Colombian because just a small bag of Starbucks now in the store is almost $10. That's
Oh,
oh no.
I stay away from Starbucks. Just too high priced.
Yeah, but even when it's on sale now, they still want $8. I said, nah.
Yeah.
Before the pandemic, I could get it for like
Yeah, that's
$5.99.
overly priced.
Yeah, I used to drink Death Wish.
Yeah, they got that too. I tried something. Morning Joe is a brand they carry over there now, and it's supposed to be like based on military coffee.
Doesn't seem to me like that'd be very good.
This man,
It actually was not too bad, to be all honest. I guess it wasn't selling well in the store, so they put it real low price to get rid of it. So hey, if I can get a bag of coffee, Leonard, for $3.99, I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
There was
The
this.
main thing-
I was just gonna say, just don't buy chasing Sanborns.
yeah.
Hey, Melanie.
no thanks. I don't need to say your.
Hey, Melanie.
There was
Kuya.
Oh,
Kuya. Dan, show me. Joke. Robert Simonina lang yan. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I don't have any event of my second year anniversary, guys. It's because yeah, I don't unlike last year, I asked some people that yeah, if you like to do sponsors, so we can have a game, or we can send Gcash to some Filipino, that something like that if they want. If they, yeah, that's what I did before, guys. Last year, my first year anniversary. But now, because I don't have budget, so that's why. And I don't like to ask people to sponsor me, guys, to do that one, because I don't like to do
God
again.
damn.
Oh, I know, Sammy. Yeah,
I don't
it's
like to
Yeah,
do
we know.
again. Time. Like last time, I did a live stream of birthday live stream of Kuya Mike married to her beautiful Filipina. Someone commenting there that yeah, shame on you, Mike, something like that. That Tom is doing live stream, Tom and Ruth doing live stream at the same time. But we know all of yeah, for those who are subscribing to Tom and Ruth, we know all that that time he was Kuya Tom and Ruth doesn't do live streaming, because he do live stream in the morning time, like around 9 or 10, something like that. And I reply like same only here. It's because we know already we are both subscribers to Tom, something like that, something like that. But after that, I delete that kind of message, and then there's another guy there that yes, I agree, something like that, something like that.
well,
And did they say that I'm after money? What? I'm after money. I wasn't asking anyone to give me. Like
no.
now. I just normally yeah, I just normally doing live stream, even it's my second anniversary. I wasn't there. If I have a plan to after money, so it's been a long time. The last week that I set up this live stream, it's been a while that yeah, hey, sponsor my second year anniversary. I asked you that if I'm after money. But no, I wasn't there, because I let them give it the like the way. But Kuya Don, thank you so much, and Kuya Linda is there. Thank you so much for your support, trust. Thank you so much. Ay, 17 people in the house. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate you guys. Aw,
Hit that like button, guys. Show your love to Sammy.
thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate that. Jerry! Welcome back to my channel, Kuya Jerry. How are you, Kuya Jerry? And please type 143, Jerry. Kuya Dan, what is that you like me, that you like to show on me, huh? I'm waiting on that, Kuya Dan. If you like that to show it here, yeah, send it in private. Joke.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Kuya Dan, where is the headlight? My God, Kuya Dan, I'm waiting.
Happy anniversary, Sammy.
Yes, you glad to see you. Thank you so much, Brother Jerry. And yeah, I wasn't forget you, Brother Jerry. Thank you so much. Maybe Kuya Dan is coming out. Oh, I have Kuya
happy
Joe, Kuya
happy
D.
anniversary, Sammy.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey guys,
Hey, brother.
You there? Just like to back to
How you doing, bro?
all's great. Working on my suntan,
now.
enjoying retirement.
Have y'all gotten a break down there from the heat?
Yeah, because we got a hurricane coming in.
Oh, that's right. You're down there where it's going to be coming in. Yeah.
Last time we had a hurricane come through here was Hurricane Michael, and it hit Georgia at a Category 4.
Wow. Well, they say this. They say this one that's coming up now is a Category 4.
Yeah.
And before it hits around Sarasota, Tampa, it could possibly be a 5.
Yep. So I had to run to the store today and stock up on my beer.
The essentials.
Can't run out of that.
I hear you, brother.
It's been kind of weird around here. It's been like, close to 90 in the afternoon, and then it drops down into the mid 50s at night.
Yeah. I was telling Sean and Sammy and everybody on the stream, and The trees here, Joe, have already started turning color.
Yeah, we got a few already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's unusual for Virginia this time of the year.
Can
we
you take
got
a video?
Hey, Sammy.
Yes. Yes.
Hey,
That
Dodger.
street,
What, Kuya?
that highway sign that I just passed that said Lafayette. Did you see that?
Uh-huh.
There's
I'm
another
near
one
the
coming up. It's a big green sign on my right hand side there.
Says Lafayette.
Yes, and Roseville or Rossville.
Is that in
Exit 172.
Sorry
That's
for
a
that.
is that in Louisiana?
no. This is Indiana.
Oh, Indiana.
Sammy. What makes
Yes,
what makes this area famous? It's a nudist colony and a big one.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's all get nude, guys, in celebration.
Have fun.
Really?
Oh,
No.
No, none of you other Westerners in here didn't know that.
Get your super.
That's common knowledge.
We're fixing to be nude.
Kuya Dodger Blue, hello there. Welcome to my channel, Kuya Dodger. Yeah, that is the friend of Kuya Dan. And he's so nice.
Oh, ouch.
Son, I was born at home, hospital in Lafayette, Indiana. Am I right, Kuya?
Yeah.
Our son has a lot of rain in the savannah. Kuya Gord's a dude. I had a sweater and like jacket. And I feel like, thank you, Sammy. You are very sweet. Kuya Dodger, thank you so much. Dodger. Am I right to pronounce it Dodger?
Yeah, Dodger Blue, yeah.
Hey, Charles. I had a lot of friends that said, "Hey, man, you can bang a fat lady too. You just got to lift that shit up."
Oh my God.
The best I ever had was a big old girl. I used to call her Biggins, and she got to hollering and hooping and hollering, breathing hard and screaming and everything else.
Kuya Dan, Sally.
Yeah,
Sisi na,
yeah. Big women are eating.
Sisi ang check up me today. I have to, sorry Sisi Mel.
Yeah, I mean, big women can be beautiful too. I mean, they're easy to catch. They're easy to this because they know they ain't going anywhere.
Damn, Sean, I might have to visit bigones.com now.
What? I know that site. You know. But I wasn't, I wasn't watched. I know a little bit only. Kuya Lizzie Larry, please type 143, Kuya. VC, GN, hello there. Thank you so much for coming, guys.
Yeah, I was just looking at the weather, Joe. And that hurricane is supposed to come up here this weekend in Virginia. We're supposed to get rain for like 3 days.
Yeah, that happened to us back in 1994, where a tropical storm came in and it settled right over southwest Georgia, and it flooded, and it was a huge mess. It took us years to recover from that. And that's one thing you got to worry about.
Yeah.
Well,
by
Florida.
The time it gets up to us here, it's just gonna be nothing but rain.
Kuya Dodger, indeed, I agree with you with that. Sammy,
Yeah,
I will name Well, and setting up my night booth. Yes, Kuya Larry. Yeah, after this, Kuya Larry, if you're still awake, Kuya Larry, you can call me a later on, Kuya Larry, so I can explain everything to you.
But the problem we got around here with high winds is that we have palm trees here, and they're planted downtown, and at people's houses, if they have a pool, they always put a big palm tree in. And when the wind comes, those things bend really good, and they can tolerate the wind. But these old Georgia pine trees, man, it gets to blowing too hard and they're snapping. Yeah. No, those things will break in a minute.
Well, the palms will have been pretty good from what I understand, but they palms don't really they're not really deep rooted, so they can come up real easy.
Better hope there's no coconuts, man, because them things go flying. They'll kill somebody.
Yeah, to be all honest, when I was down in Florida, I didn't see any of those trees with coconuts, except down in Keys. But
Yeah, a lot of people hate them. They're like, you want them? Go out in the yard and get you some coconuts.
but
Just like in South Carolina, they hate pecans. You just rake them out of the yard and ship them to somebody instead of paying $8.99 a pound for them.
That was a while back when it was getting cold down there in Florida. They were having warnings put out about falling iguanas. I thought that was hilarious.
yeah, I saw something about that, Joe, about the iguanas.
Yeah, they were getting cold, freezing, and falling out of the tree.
Yep.
Kuya Larry, I see. Okay, Kuya Larry.
I just think about it. My sister lived in Lake Okeechobee area for about 5 years and got hit by 3 hurricanes, and that was enough for her. That last one, because they're only 1 foot above sea level, and when it floods, where's your toilet flushing going to go? Nowhere.
Well, I was down there when Andrew hit, and that was horrible, dude. I mean, that hurricane, it like they say the hand of God. It just went through the whole area, and all that was left was foundations and pipes sticking out of the ground. Because the Air Force had a base there, and they got everything out of there. And after Andrew went through, it was toast. They didn't even bother trying to fix it or anything. They just abandoned the base.
It's still abandoned to this very day, I think.
Yeah, it is. They didn't go back to it. But yeah, they say that it was the hand of God. That's what they say about a Category 5, or the finger of God. I'm sorry.
What?
When a Category 5, the strength of a Category 5 storm, it just wipes everything right off. It just.
Yeah, but what makes it dangerous is the hurricane winds are sustained for quite some time, unlike an F5 or greater tornado. Those winds are twice as strong, but they're not sustained.
Yeah.
Right, and it only hits certain spots. But when a hurricane comes through, it plows through everything.
Well, it's a hurricane. You got to worry about the after it passes, right? All the water.
And
the tidal surge, right?
They also spin off tornadoes too in those feeder bands.
Yeah. Well, see, when I was in Tampa, Joe, I saw a lot of water spouts, like in Tampa Bay, between Tampa Bay and St. Petersburg.
Right.
You could look in Tampa Bay and see all the water spouts.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And it was cool to see them. I wouldn't want to be out on the water when they're out there, though.
Yeah, I was here when Ike hit, and that was a Category 5 when it hit the coast, and it was so big, it covered the entire state of Texas.
Wow. Well, see, that's what Andrew did. It covered the whole state of Florida, didn't it?
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I know. Well, it was down the southern part of Florida, but it covered from Atlantic side into the Gulf. It was that big.
Oh yeah.
And then when it slammed, then it just went into Louisiana like it did, and I think it headed to Texas too. before it finally,
Probably did, but I
lost
think
all.
that was before I was down here.
Yeah, until it lost gas, and by the time it got to you guys in Texas, I think.
Yeah.
But it still packed a lot of rain. But the worst of it was already done.
There's been so many that I get them all confused. And when I want
Well,
to, I have to
Well,
Google.
Joe and Leonard might remember. This is when I was I think I was in 6th grade. And we had that storm that came up on the east coast side of Florida. And it just kind of bounced up the coast. And
Yeah, I really don't remember that.
it was either Grace, or Hugo. But
I remember hearing about Grace, but I never heard Hugo. So
yeah,
Hugo happened in the 80s.
Yeah,
That was the late 80s.
Yeah, this one hit around 1976.
Yeah, Hugo hit Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah, and it hit Florida. I mean, it hit Virginia, dude. It tore us up in this area. It was bad.
yeah, I was in Phoenix then, so I wasn't worrying about hurricanes.
It hit Virginia really bad when it hit.
That's why a lot of us are going to Nashville or Atlanta right now.
Well, the
They're
storm,
strategic.
the storm I'm talking about actually is what they based the movie The Perfect Storm on. Because once it got up in the New England area, and then that cold front came down, that storm from Canada, it slammed into it. Because it was about ready. It was about ready to die, and then it gathered strength again.
That's why Prime is sending a lot of us down to Nashville with a load, or Atlanta, because they're strategically putting us in there to get our next load. Will probably take us to Florida for relief efforts.
Hello, Sean Tuber.
I always get put into that mess.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sean.
There's a bunch of truckers leaving from the Houston area heading over there too.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Because of the hurricane?
Yes, they're strategically putting us. They're strategically putting us in areas to get loads for relief efforts because we get paid so well to do them, while the companies do.
Yeah, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, most likely the government pays for it. The FEMA.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, I got a question for you. You're out trucking, right? And you blow a tire or you have engine problems or whatever, and you're sitting on the side of the road for 4 or 5 hours. Are you getting paid for that?
No, I get paid by the load, not by the mile. And plus, I won't sit that long. Road assist will get to me for about an hour because Sammy and Robert will tell you. Because when I blew a hose in my engine, I was in Oregon when that happened. I was talking to Sammy and Robert then. I was not on the side of the road for about an hour, and they had me back on the roadway.
Yeah, you sat there. You were there about an hour and a half, you said, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Robbie, how are you?
Remember when I blew that coolant hose? That was about 3 months ago?
I remember because you were sitting there talking to us, and then I saw all the steam coming up around your windshield, and I said, uh-oh.
Well, my indicator lights came on first.
Yeah. But then I started
knew
seeing
something
all
was wrong.
the steam coming up, and I says, uh-oh, something's wrong.
Yeah. I was coming up Cabbage. I was halfway up Cabbage when it happened.
Yeah, you were going up that mountain, yeah.
Cabbage.
Yeah, and I think you were carrying a frozen load, weren't you?
Yeah.
But could other companies have a different policy where you would get paid when you're sitting on the side of the road?
Only if you are employed by that company.
Okay.
But so you're independent, though, so any repairs you pay for, right?
I'm an owner-operator. I pay for them. I own my own business.
Prime doesn't pay for fixing your rig.
See,
Right?
if your company, you get paid by the mile. If you're an owner like me, you get paid by the load.
Okay.
That's why every load varies in price.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause I remember that one load you did where you carried all those apples.
I asked that because
you were carrying apples, weren't you, Sean?
I'm sorry?
You were carrying apples that one time that me and Sammy were talking to you. You were carrying apples.
It might have been. It's either that or it was frozen food. I can't remember.
I think you said something like I thought it was apples. I may be wrong, but I know you've got a lot of frozen boats.
Now, when you say they're paying you by the load, are you pulling in there with your own trailer, or are they giving you a trailer?
No, I
already
pull.
loaded?
No, when I see, I'm signed under their fleet. I can only haul their freight and use their trailers.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're contracted through them, right?
Yes, independently contracted. Yes, I'm
Hey,
under their
Sean
authority.
Williams. How you doing, Sean Williams?
And being under their own authority, all that means is I can only haul their freight because I'm under contract with them.
Yeah.
But you want to do that as an independent owner operator because if you don't sign under a fleet, you're going to pay full price at the pump, and
That's right.
you are going to lose your ass
Because you get a break because on the fuel price, right?
because I'm a part of a fleet. Yes,
Yeah,
it's a smart thing to do.
Jerry asked you, Sean, do you ever deliver any military vehicles?
I have gotten a load from NASA. I did 2 of those. I did one from Port Canaveral or Cape Canaveral to Huntington, Alabama, or Huntsville, Alabama, and then a return trip. And they turned my Qualcomm off, and they say you don't have to log this because it doesn't exist. I can talk about it now. I just couldn't talk about it then. I couldn't use my cell phone, and I had a scientist in my passenger seat. We stopped at a truck stop, and I'm like, dude, you can't be dressed like that. You're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. He was a scientist, and he was from India. He reminded me of the guy from the movie Short Circuit, and he kept talking to me. I guess he was hanging around YT too much, looking at
what do you mean, that Indian guy in Short Circuit?
Yes, the scientist. And he kept wanting to talk about what was lot frogs. I'm like, you mean lot lizards? I'm like, you were watching too many damn videos. They don't exist anymore. And so what I did was, when we stopped, I had him take his coat off, everything. I put one of my T-shirts on him, my shower flip-flops that I use for the shower. I put those on his feet, and I said, "You're gonna fit right in, right, man?"
Good night, Tarl. Have a great night, brother.
He fit right in. He looked sloppy as hell, but he fit right in. I said, you go walking in the truck stop looking the way you do, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. He was telling me the whole story. They don't let me out much. I'm like, dude, you need to get out and see women. That's all he was interested in was women. I tried to get him to slip up. I'm like, what are we hauling back there anyway? I can't tell you that. I've hauled tomahawks, 4 of them, in the back of my trailer.
Hey, Sammy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the other day with the salt, putting the salt in the water with my fish. She's doing so much. She's doing so much better. My fish, Gabby. When you told me to put a little bit of salt water in her water. Because she started getting more active and now she's eating again. So thank you.
I make a video on that. How to prevent how to make fish healthier. You wasn't on what?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, just what the call is, I saw Gabby what the call is what and then only put 2 pinch of the salt.
Yeah.
Or 1.
And then it was after I did that, maybe 2 or 3 hours, she started to get more active and started swimming around the bowl. Because for like 3 days she wouldn't eat. And she was just sitting there. She wasn't moving around. But once I did the saltwater thing, she got more active, started eating. So thank you so much, Sammy.
Is it a saltwater fish?
No, she's a beta.
Okay.
Beta fish.
Yeah. Because she was just kind of laying on the side and I was getting worried and she wasn't eating. And Hey, halfwit.
We halfway. Hello
Hey,
there.
halfwit.
Cutie Hansel, hello there.
I don't understand why we have military guard and NASA anyway. You wouldn't want to go to NASA in the first place unless you're in a car and you're going to get spotted. You're going to be on camera everywhere. You go walking around the area of Port Canaveral, you're going to get ate by an alligator. They're all over the place. Go walking around there at night so you don't get spotted, and you're not going to see a gator. They're going to see you, and you get too close to them, they're going to chew on your leg and kill you.
Have you ever gone through there, Sean? I mean, and crossed over that bridge over the Indian River? At
You
Cape
mean over in
Canaveral?
Port Canaveral?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been to the main building.
Now,
They had
I
me back
remember,
into a
I
door.
remember when I first went down there and I went through that and I went over that bridge and I said, oh my God, that was one of the smelliest rivers I ever was around, dude. Oh my goodness.
I don't remember the smell, but I remember those guys with the assault weapons. I jumped out of the truck and they're looking at me like they wanted to shoot somebody. And I told them, you can stand fast. There's no rounds in that magazine. And then
I
they
hear you.
chuckled. They're like, how do you know? And I hit the release button. It fell on the ground. I said, see?
Well, you know that term, don't you, Joe? Stand fast.
Yeah, I know that one.
Stand fast.
or stand down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's acting like he was all badass with that assault weapon. There's no rounds in that magazine, son.
Well, I remember after 9/11. See, the Marines have a Fort Myers has a base here in Arlington, but the Marines have a base over around the Navy side, and this was after 9/11. And normally you could just go in and out of the gate. There was a Marine there, but after 9/11, you had to show ID and all that. You just couldn't walk in anymore. And a guy just walked right past this Marine, and the Marine addressed him two or three times, and the guy ignored him. The Marine actually pulled his weapon and told him, and that's what he told him, stand fast. That's what he told him.
Excuse me.
That was attractive.
Yeah, he pulled out his sidearm, and he was ready. He was ready to shoot him.
Yeah.
Oh, the sidearm's got rounds in it, but not the rifle.
Yeah.
We got a Marine base here. I used to work there when I was a Marine, and from time to time, I want to go over there. And these they don't have military police anymore; they have DOD police, the defense. And it's like you say, man. You pull up to the gate, and they're acting like they want to shoot you.
Well,
And I
Did
just
you ever?
think it's so ridiculous.
Have you ever been up this way, Joe, and seen Fort Belvoir and all that?
Yeah, I was at Quantico back. Well, that was before 9/11.
I remember after 9/11, they barricaded that thing.
Did they?
With those concrete Jersey walls, all that. Had Hummers, had machine guns, everything set up at every entrance.
I used to go over to the PX there at Belvoir. Probably not the same one now. It's probably all changed.
Yeah, but yeah, it locked the whole area down. It did.
Yeah, I like shopping at the Genico there at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in the BX there. They got some nice stuff there.
Yeah, Fort Myers actually has an awesome PX. I mean, it's an awesome PX. One of the best I've been into. Yeah, I just got a notification that Darren's got a premiere.
Oh, that's what that ding was? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Darren's travel?
Yeah.
He's doing a thing now live on the hurricane in Tampa.
Live or premiere?
What are you doing, Sammy?
I'm wiring. Wiring for y'all.
Trying to get that solar go up and running. Because she had it originally, Leonard, she had originally set it up for 24, but it's not going to work without more panels and batteries, and
Yeah.
so she went back to 12 for right now. And it's better to have a whole working system because she can get all the parts she needs. Oh, we lost
Hey,
Leonard.
hey, Sammy,
Yes, kuya.
you see my screen?
Yeah.
The two trucks in front of me. Well, the one on the right didn't get the memo. You can
What
be on
memo?
boneheaded truckers. The
Oh,
trucks are supposed to be in this lane, not that one. It said trucks left lane only.
Okay.
That means he's busy on his phone or doing something else instead of reading signs that he's passing, especially in a construction zone.
Uh,
You can be on bonehead trucker. I'm a bonehead trucker.
that's okay.
They got some good videos on that channel, Bonehead Truck.
Yeah, Sammy likes the packy that he said, you're going to be on bonehead truckers. He goes, like, oh, the trucker? He couldn't understand what he said. I'm like, dude, the guy don't speak English. You can give him the lotto numbers for next week, and he still wouldn't know what you're talking about.
How are you, Kuya Joe?
he said, Jerry said, dude, can you get tickets from Popo's? Popo's, Sean.
Popos, I guess that's
I guess he was
ghetto.
talking about those truckers if they can get tickets for doing that.
I guess that Popos is ghetto for police.
Yeah.
Oh yes, they will hand us a ticket. You could murder somebody, do a drive-by in a car next to a police officer that has one of us pulled over. They'll let you go, but they're going to write us that ticket because our tickets run no less than $300 to $400, all the way up to $800 to $1,200.
And you know what else about that is that the chances of you returning to go to court are slim.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just
Halfway.
watched a video. A friend of ours. It's Panay Girl Trucker USA.
Yeah, I know her. She drives a KW.
Yeah, and they just got a ticket for window tint. And I'm looking at, I've been dealing with window tint for 31 years, and I'm going, that tint ain't illegal by just looking at it. When they put the meter on it, right, it tells you the actual light reduction, right, which was, I think it was 33%. Okay. And that's legal tint in Georgia, and it's pretty much the same everywhere else. What they have to do is they have to do the math. They have to go 100% total reduction minus 33. That's 70% reduction. It's over. Or under or whatever. But they didn't do that right. That tint was legal.
Just about money.
Jerry, I know what Popo is.
They call that policing for profit.
Well, here, Virginia, a lot of stuff they do now, Joe, it's money making. It's about making money.
Yeah, it's policing.
Like DWIs now, it's a business here.
Let me tell you what they do in Michigan, okay? Because I policed in Michigan too for a couple of years, and that's the headquarters for MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. There was a law that said that the police agency that arrested you for DUI could sue you for the cost to prosecute you, and that includes gas, officer's salary, officer's training, officer this, that, and all, whatever it costs. And they come up with a dollar figure per hour, right? And when you go to booking, right, you're signing all these papers and stuff, and one of them is notice that you're getting sued for the cost of prosecuting you. It could go to court and get thrown out, right? But you would still have to pay the agency $400 or $500.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Court costs. They're going to get your money anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom and Ruth, how are you?
Oh, Kuya Tom is there?
Yeah.
Hello there. Good morning.
Jerry, yeah, I was a police officer for 31 years. I retired last January. I was down here in Georgia.
Yeah, I remember that time. Yeah.
Yep, that's crazy. You know, there was a lot of weird things up there in Michigan that I didn't like. Number one, in Georgia, any traffic violation is a misdemeanor. So if you get stopped for not wearing your seatbelt and you want to be an ass and run your mouth, you could go to jail for not wearing your seatbelt because it's a misdemeanor.
Wow.
Up in Michigan, your minor traffic violations are all called civil infractions.
Well, you know, here in Virginia now, if you give any of the cops static, verbal, that's a charge.
Yeah, they're getting that way everywhere now.
They're not taking the verbal abuse anymore, and they can charge you now.
Yep.
It's some type of assault.
It's not that bad here yet in Georgia.
Hey, Columbia fan.
Come on, boy.
Columbia fan, hello there. Thank you so much for coming.
Jerry said, Joe, he remembered any good things of your old job as a police officer.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things. You know, I did it for so long. You know, I got adults approaching me at Walmart or a store or whatever, and you know, they talk about an incident that happened when they were just kids, and I responded to them, and they would thank me and that kind of stuff. That's always nice. And they're grown up now and got kids of their own, and no matter what the issue was. You know, what could be a domestic situation where I went to, or a car accident or whatever, you know.
Well, I've noticed, Joe, anyway, that a lot of ex-military will go into doing police work.
That's true, but there's a big push right now that former military don't make a good fit for today's police.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Too aggressive.
Oh, okay.
Because they're not going to back down, right?
Yeah.
And you know, they're not going to get back down. They're going to do their job according to what the policy is.
Uh-huh.
These newer people nowadays, they're afraid to do their job. They don't want to be on YouTube. They don't want to use their body cameras or car cameras because they're not confident with their abilities.
Well, I mean, all the stuff that's been happening, you know, Joe, is, I mean.
You don't need to do that, Pinas.
Oh, wow. Awesome penis habit.
What?
She gave you something, Sammy.
How you pronounce her name?
Pinas.
How do you pronounce it?
Pinas.
Penai habit.
Yeah, not penis.
Oh, whatever.
Love you, Bob.
Sorry.
Box, thank you so much, Box.
I'm going down to Jacksonville, Florida next month. Around my birthday, they're having a Blue Angels air show.
Oh, wow.
And
those are always nice.
That's the birthplace of the Blue Angels, right? They got both Marine.
I got to see them a couple of times.
And Navy pilots there. And I've never seen one before. And I spent 8 years in the Marine Corps. And I'm looking forward to that. Another thing I want to go do is watch the Marine Corps silent drill team. I've never seen that. So they have one of those silent drill team come out here to the Marine base here about every year. They haven't done it since the pandemic, but it's going to be coming up soon. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I saw the Blue Angels a couple of times. Yeah, they are awesome.
Do they do the sound barrier when they break the
Yeah.
sound barrier? They do
They
that?
do that. They do that. Yeah.
I want to see that.
The Thunderbirds did it too.
I bet they get complaints from the neighborhood.
Yeah. I was telling when I went on video chat with Sammy and Sean when 9/11 hit, I was down there right next to the Pentagon. And I heard them way before I saw them. And there were two F-18s scrambling, and they were breaking the sound barrier. You could hear them.
You know, there's a visual thing that you can see when they do that.
Yeah.
It's like a blur.
Yeah, it's like a blur, like a cloud blur in front of it, and then boom.
Yeah, and that's cool. I hope I get to see that.
I mean, because you can go on YouTube and see a couple of videos where they buzz the carrier tower, and you can hear the sonic boom. It shakes the whole ship.
If I had me a plane, I'd do that.
Yeah. How you doing, Eddie?
Oh, Ate Ruth is there.
Hey, congratulations, Sammy.
Mama Eyes, hello there. Thank you so much, Mama Eyes. Guys, feel free to drop your link, guys, but don't flood it. Thank you.
Tim said he used to see the Thunderbirds practice almost every day.
Yeah, Thunderbirds are pretty awesome to see too.
I'm gonna get me an autograph. I think when I go. You see this? You see this painting on the wall?
Yeah.
My wife got that when she was in Singapore, and on the back side of that was a driver. He drove for Mexico in Formula One when it was in Singapore, and she thinks that's the coolest thing in the world. That Formula One driver. She's got a picture standing next to him and all that. And I'm like, wait till you see a Thunderbird.
Yeah, because Larry did say something in chat. He said, Robert, I like watching planes take off in aircraft carriers and kicked into afterburners. That is pretty impressive to see him take off the carrier.
Last time we were down in we went down to Merritt Island, Florida, and that's right next to Cape Canaveral there. And we watched one of those SpaceX things launch. And that was the coolest thing.
I've always wanted to see the Raptors.
Oh yeah.
Because it's amazing that just some of the videos I've seen what those planes can do is crazy.
And what was the space shuttle that launched and when it came back it burned up on entry?
Sean might know the name. Sean, what was the name of that shuttle that blew up and taken off?
The
one that re-entered was Columbia that burnt up over Texas.
And at the time it launched, I was in the Coast Guard Reserves and I was on a boat in Tampa Bay. And I got a picture of it launching over, in the background.
Yeah.
It never made it back.
I was a sophomore in high school when the Challenger exploded.
Yeah, I remember that Challenger.
I was a Marine. I was stationed here, and my grandmother from Michigan was down here visiting me, and it was like the biggest news in the world. Space shuttle blew up on when it launched.
I'm trying to remember the one that we have here because we have the Air and Space Museum in Dulles Airport, and they have one of the shuttles in the museum, and I'm trying to remember which one that is.
Even back then, everybody said, "Oh, it was sabotage" and all that bullshit.
Which shuttle was in Dulles?
That was big news, man. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, there was a lot of rumors about sabotage.
Yeah, Discovery is the one that's at the museum here.
And another big event that happened in my life was back in 1976 on November 10th, which happens to be the Marine Corps birthday, was the Edmund Fitzgerald sank. That was big news back then.
I remember that song. Wow, I remember that song. Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The wildest thing I ever saw, Joe, was when I was on a carrier. And that's why they tell you when you're there and you're around the guys that are on the deck maneuvering the planes around to keep their clothing tight. And he didn't, and it got hold of what he was wearing, and it sucked him in the intake and shot him out the back of the engine of F-18.
I saw that. I saw a video.
And, yeah, there was nothing left of him but pieces when it came out the other side.
I worked with a girl that was in on an aircraft carrier. The Ronald Reagan. Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm.
It was nuclear, and she said that that thing was like a floating city.
Oh yes.
And she said post office and stores that you go buy stuff and all that.
The carriers now are totally self-sufficient.
And I was like, I wish I was a young kid right now, just out of high school, man. I would do so.
Well, see, back in the day, Joe, that they had to have the escort. You had to have protection, but a carrier now, they're very capable of taking care of themselves.
Really? Yeah, I remember seeing that. Videos and stuff on that. You'd have all destroyers or whatever.
Yeah. Well, we don't have destroyers anymore. We had that Aaliyah Burke class, which kind of they combine those two smaller ships into one, and they call it the Aaliyah Burke class.
Okay. They used to escort them wherever they were going. And
yeah. Well, you had a carrier group. You had destroyers. You had everything that escorted the carrier.
I bet you that cost a lot of gas.
Oh yeah. Well, I think this was over 10 years ago, and when maybe 20. They were saying the cost of a carrier group a day was something like $11 to $12 million a day for an entire carrier group. And then one time I think we had like 4 or 5 in the Persian Gulf. So you're right. Well, and most of the stuff then was nuclear, but that's when what's his name? I'm not going to say his name because it's political. But they brought the old battleships out of the mothballs and fitted them with Tomahawks and modern stuff. And the New Jersey, the Missouri, they were all there.
I was reading a comment there. Talked about a YouTube video, Learn and Burn,
on how fire on aircraft carrier, the fire lasted for days.
Okay.
Now, that was Larry that said that. Yeah.
I was a Marine, and I know that the Marines are a department of the Navy, and they got Marines on ships, and they do all our medical for us and all that kind of stuff. And,
yeah.
But the last thing I remember, this was back in 1988 when I got out. They had a big thing called maritime prepositioning ships.
Uh-huh.
And the mission of the Marine Corps at the time was to be able to expand as needed to meet the needs of war in accordance with a mobilization plan. And where I'm at here in Georgia is a supply base. They got Humvees, small arms. When I say small arms, pistols, rifles, M60s, that kind of stuff. And they have repair division where they repair, broken tanks and Hummers and all that kind of stuff. But about once a month, in the middle of the night, about 4 big blacked out trailway buses would leave in the middle of the night and go somewhere, and it was all top secret stuff. As an MP, my job was to block the streets so nobody could go down there or whatever. And to this very day, I have no idea what that's all about. But I'm thinking it's got something to do with Jacksonville and the maritime prepositioning ships. You know what I mean? Trying to get, from here to there, and they're timing it to see how long it takes you and that kind of stuff.
Were you guys just talking about the forestall? The aircraft carrier forward stall. You're talking about the fire, right? That was John McCain. He dry started an F4, caused the explosion, killed a lot of sailors and Marines that day.
I don't know about that, Sean.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I'm sure you'll have a quiz on it.
No, I just have knowledge of that.
Yeah, you're one smart guy, man, Sean. I hand it to you, man. You have a lot of knowledge. You should have been a lawyer. With that
I could have, but
yeah. You like to argue, and you know you got your facts.
oh no, I don't like to argue. I like to give the analysis.
Well, same thing.
No argument, guys.
Your side based on facts.
See, now Sammy thinks we're arguing because I mentioned it. Oh my
No.
god!
I was meant that no arguing here. That's what I meant.
We're not.
Yeah,
arguing.
we weren't.
We weren't, Sammy.
Now, I know that you are just talking. I would like that.
Well, in courts, they use that word argument. That's what you're. They just use that. That's what you're talking about. Your argument is this. You know, it doesn't mean argument like you think it does, Sam.
Okay, sorry.
Things are defined differently in a court of law.
One side presents their facts. The other side presents their facts, and therefore they're arguing the issue at hand. That's all that is.
Sorry, guys, I'm making some dinner.
See, you're getting around without your walker.
I'm trying to, but I'm still having moments where the knee gives out. In the house, I just try to use the walls and the counters, and
Yeah.
Sounds like me when I'm. That sounds like me when I'm drinking.
but yeah, for a few weeks ago, though, man, it was bad. Even on the walker, it was bad.
Well, just remember, if you feel yourself going, just make sure you go slow.
Yeah, well, the knee just doesn't give me any warning at all, Leonard. It's fine 1 minute I'm walking, and the next minute it gives out and I drop.
Yeah, I know how that works.
But I went to the doctor Monday, and my shoulder's fractured from one of the falls, and I have bone fragments floating around in my shoulder now.
They able to use ultrasound on those?
Well, I think they're going to go in. If they do it, they'll probably go in orthoscopically and get it out.
Oh, okay. Might be too big. It's hard to say.
Yeah, well, they said there's a couple of pieces floating around in there, and that's what's causing my pain in the neck, because I think the bone fragments are jamming in the joint.
Could be.
And then they found a mass, they said, in my neck. But now, when my primary doctor read the report, he said, it's not in your neck. He said it's on the top part of your lung.
That's
So
kind of a stretch.
he ordered a CT with contrast. So
Yeah. You know what that is, right?
yeah, when they put that radioactive iodine in you, and
It's supposed to make you warm all over, but it doesn't do
yeah,
so much for me.
it does. It
Yeah,
gets you warm
it
all
did
over
for
your
me.
body.
I wish it had, because I was cold in there, but it didn't help me that way at all.
Yeah, it does. It does get warm all over your body.
Larry,
And some people would make them sick to their stomach.
Larry said he was on the USS Missouri.
And Missouri was a bad girl.
Yeah. You know, I spent some time in the Bethesda Naval Hospital in Maryland, and I was a real close friend to a first class petty officer there. I was a sergeant in the Marines, E5, E6, and he taught me a lot about the Navy, man. And to give you an idea how long ago this was, back when I was in, you could call a junior officer, naval officer, like Edson, Lieutenant JG, or Lieutenant.
Lieutenant JG. Yeah.
You call him Mister. Even if it was a female, you called him Mister. and you could call a female Marine officer sir. Yep. And then he taught me about an E6 and the because he had a beard, and I'm going like, how can you grow a beard? He said, I'm a first class petty officer. I can grow a beard. And I thought, hey, okay, sorry guys, we're not going to give you a pay raise this year. But you can grow a beard if you want.
Well, what a good trade off, huh?
They just started doing that stuff around here in law enforcement. Where you could wear a beard if you wanted. And I think, I don't like it. First of all, when you got to put a gas mask on, it ain't going to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What they call them old gas masks? M17A1s?
Yeah, I do believe so, yeah.
Had the old drinking tube adapters.
And you can't see shit.
Especially if you wear glasses. Yeah. They gave me some gas mask inserts that kind of like poked in the sides of the eye holes and stuff, but still that never worked. And then trying to fire a weapon with that on, that never worked. I would have been dead. I would have been damn dead if shit hit.
That's dinner, guys. Made sloppy joes, eating the leftovers.
My wife cooked me shepherd's pie tonight.
Oh man, I haven't had that in so long, Joe. Man,
Yeah,
Joe,
I
I
haven't
love
either.
shepherd's pie. I love shepherd's pie.
I've been eating on it little by little all night long. It's really
Yeah, that shepherd's pie is awesome. I love it. My mom used to make it all the time. She would make a big pot of what do you call it? Like navy beans and cornbread.
And Tim said that Tim Dzak said that he used to rig his gas mask so he could smoke.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would work out if you hooked it up to some weed.
I imagine
Anyway,
it's the same way.
I got to tell you what it is. I'm not really that smart like a lot of people perceive me I am. All it is I've read a lot of books and I've read a lot of information that people typically don't read. I found it interesting because they know they don't want it, but no one's going to read it. And if you read it, you find out a different story.
So you're a computer, Sean. Input.
Well, you try.
Real good.
I really only remember the important shit.
I don't read that much anymore.
That's the key to everything is reading. Knowledge is power, and it's true.
They used to give us reading assignments at the police department on certain literatures and stuff pertaining to like trendy issues and stuff like that. And, some people read it and other people just thought it was a joke. I read a book. They gave me a book one time called "The Paradox of Policing," and it was a professor. He was a policeman for several years and PhD, and that was the only book I really liked.
Yeah, we're talking about important books. Like I tell everybody, you reading good literature, it opens your mind up to want to read other books that can teach you something. But 50 Shades of Grey is to literature what candy corn is for vegetables. You're not going to learn much from that.
No.
Apologize, I'm eating, guys.
Lazy Larry said he had some hot Italian ham. I'm starting to get hungry just watching this LS.
But some people said only freaks would go see the movie 50 Shades of Grey and all that. Yeah, people were wondering what was going to go on, but I'm like, well, shit, if you're into BDSM, just go watch the Saw movies. I got kicked out of the last Saw movie, Saw 7. After the first 3 minutes, I got kicked out of the theater. That was beautiful, though.
I bet you made a scene. That would have been fun to watch.
Yeah, yes, I did, and I don't. But what was going on, I did.
You know, I tell you the truth, Sean, I'd really hate to go toe to toe with you, man. Number one, you're much smarter than I am, and you're not afraid to say what needs to be said. And yeah, me, on the other hand, you know, I've been conditioned throughout my career where I have to be careful not to hurt people's feelings and to be politically correct and all this kind of stuff. You know, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say that, but you know, in order to keep my job, I had to conform to the standards of society.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And right before the end, before I retired, you know, I said, I got 31 years in this thing. I could walk out the door right now and get jammed up on a lawsuit, lose my retirement pension, you know, go to jail or whatever. You know, I said, I got too much time invested in this to be messing around any longer.
Yep.
You know?
Time to get out of there.
And since I left, you know, I kind of opened the doors for a bunch of other people to leave too. And right now, our agency is over 100 people short.
Yeah.
And
the thing is about. Oh, go ahead.
These people are going to work now 16 and 24 hours a day, and that's not safe. And with minimum people on schedule, which means they don't have any backup.
What I tell everybody, if you're a fan of People's Court, Judge Judy, Judge Joe Brown, all them court shows, if you're a fan of that show and you like what you see, pick up case law, real cases, and read them, and you'll fully understand. You'll learn some of the lingo or whatever, but you'll find them very interesting. And I tell people that's all case law is you're reading a court case that had already been tried, the relevant facts, and you try to remember them. You know, you notice that there's a trend. Well, it's called case law. Case law, after a while, becomes the law. Unless you want something overturned, you better have a good argument with a lot of evidence to overturn a ruling.
Yeah, but,
which there's a lot of rulings I can overturn easily.
But there's
the
people in the DA's office or state's attorney or whatever you want to call it, prosecuting attorney. You know, these are junior people that are just getting into the field, right? That they're too lazy to do that. They don't want to fight. They want to settle things and negotiate and come to a term, you know. So they get a win on their record, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not a loss. It's all about numbers. The stats drive the whole industry.
Yeah, I get a lot of phone calls from lawyers, CPAs, trying to defend clients. And I told them it's right there. They went to college for this. I didn't. But I read it for myself and learned it with a bunch of other colleagues. What it is David Merlin taught me the courts is a carousel of knives. And by using the law, you drag them through it because they're trying to drag you through it. Jesus Christ, people. But it's a carousel of knives, and as the defense lawyer or prosecuting attorney, it's your job to drag the other party through it. And believe me, my arguments that I've learned that if I need to produce them, will drag them, and including the judge, through it.
I agree with you, Sean. I agree.
Yep.
Tim to the axe that everything's about money.
See, it's not my work, okay? I didn't do the work. The only thing I did was learn it. That's the only thing I take credit for. And I'm glad I did learn it. And it branched off to other things.
Hey, I want to ask you, Sean. You remember a while back, I think it was in Colorado, there was that young Spanish-looking guy that his brakes went out. He bypassed the runoff runaway ramp, and he crashed, and there was a big fire and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. People died.
Yeah,
Yes.
I felt so sorry for that kid, man.
The thing is if he didn't do a proper pre-trip, he should have known to use the escape ramp, and he didn't.
Well, I'm thinking, this is law enforcement thinking. I think he was inexperienced. He didn't know he was brake.
Yes, there's a lot, but just like anything else, you always got new people everywhere. New police, rookie police officers, they make mistakes. It's going to happen.
And he might have drove right by that ramp, and the pucker factor is in high gear, and he's looking straight ahead. He might have not saw that.
Yeah.
I just felt so sorry for him, man, and I hope things resolve.
Well, the first thing is, even without brakes or a retarder brake, he should have geared down before he started going downhill.
Yeah. Well.
Because I got fail safes. If I can go down a mountain pass without a retarder brake, you gear down, and the engine will stop you.
I see that on the signs and stuff when I'm going through the mountains. Large trucks gear down or whatever.
Yeah, see, back in the early 1980s, retarder brakes didn't exist. You had to gear down. You had no choice. But you have to gear down anyway, depending on how much weight you're hauling, going down a certain grade. Typically, if I got 40,000 pounds, I'm geared down to 6th or 7th gear with my retarder brake on, and it holds me.
Well, I just thought that was a tragedy, man. I feel sorry for everybody on both sides, and especially for that kid. He was just a kid, man. And I don't know what the outcome of that was. I know there was a petition to sign, and donate money and stuff, and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know.
What ended up happening?
People got killed in the car because he collided with them because he lost his brakes faded out.
Oh, okay.
What happened? Yeah, you can't use the brakes on a truck per se. They'll heat up and fade out on you, and you ain't got brakes.
Uh-huh. And where did that happen?
It was on I-70 going through Eisenhower.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I just wanted to bring that up, share my thoughts on it.
Yeah, that does sound kind of horrible, Joe.
Yeah, even that pile up in Wyoming that I got lucky and wasn't a part of. I was behind it. Number one, they should have shut the highway down to begin with. You couldn't even see the roadway. And everybody knew they were on ice, and a lot of people were driving way too fast for conditions. You couldn't see but 50 yards in front of you.
Is that the one the FedEx truck crashed in all that?
The FedEx.
Yeah.
So the FedEx went barreling in at top speed.
Yeah, I saw that. Man, that was horrible.
Yeah, it's on YT. You can type in, March. I think it was March 1st or 12th, something like that. 2015. That pile up in Wyoming on I-80. Oh yeah, some girl videotaped it.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah, Tim Ziak said something in the chat.
You remember where in Wyoming that was, besides on I-80?
It started at mile marker 301.
Okay.
And it lasted for like 20 miles.
Jeez.
I was headed. I just got a load of apples, and I was training a student. And I gave him the road name Mater because he was a former tow truck driver. And he was a kid from Kenosha, Wisconsin. And I took over in Evanston, and I got it to like mile marker 221, St. Clair truck stop, and the state police had just lowered the boom to close the interstate down, and we were
Yeah.
stuck there for 3 days.
Hey, Sean, when me and Sammy were with you that one day, where were you that there was a backup that you sat there for a long time? What ended up happening there? Was it 18 wheeler wreck, wasn't it?
Where was I?
Oh God, you were coming back from I think you were coming back from the West Coast. I don't know where were you? I'm trying to remember. I remember
I was out there for like 5-6 hours. We were stuck out there.
You were out there for a long time. Then you said once you finally got up there that it was a truck overturned or something.
Well, he passed over the median, came up onto the other side, and crashed in the ditch on the opposing side.
Oh,
That was just one. That there was a lot more to it than that. And the only reason they'll close the highway down for that long is if it was a fatality and they have to investigate.
yeah.
Yep, that will do it. Yeah, sure will.
Yeah, we had one about 4 months here on I-66.
I always thought about being a truck driver. My grandfather drove truck up in Michigan. He worked for Star International, and he drove those old international cab over trucks. You remember those back in the 70s?
Yeah, it looked like a trailer rolling down the highway
Yeah,
because the cabs were so small.
yeah. I thought they were cool, but I don't know about now. I'm getting kind of old, and being a truck driver might interfere with my drinking. So.
Yeah, Sean, I remember the video you showed us the other day of that going across Wyoming and the wind blowing that truck over on top of the cop car.
Oh yeah, the winds are strong in Wyoming. Between Rollins and Laramie, it's called the battle zone because it looks like a war zone sometimes.
My cousin who used to live in Mackinac City, Michigan, went out to Wyoming. He's driving trucks for an oil company now, and he's got the Facebook page. He shares all the stories about the big winds out there. It's crazy.
Yeah, Wyoming is a graveyard state for truckers.
Yeah, I was there for 3 years in Rock Springs.
You ever think about being an ice trucker, Sean?
I've done that.
You have?
Yeah, I've been up to Yellowknife.
Wow. Yeah, you're my hero now. Good job, man.
But see, I'm contracted under Prime. I can't go up there and go up to the Diavik diamond mines. I can't do that. I'd have to sign under their contract with them and then end it with Prime.
Right. I understand.
Because if I end it with Prime, I'm going to WWE because they keep calling me.
Hey, life in North Carolina, how you doing?
I'll be like, hey, look, I'll tell you what. You just pay me this much and let me have dinner with Akana, and I'll be happy. That's all I want. Because I met her before she got to the WWE. I met her in Japan. And I kept asking her if she wanted to go to have a drink. I used my fingers and showing like an inch. That means, would you like to go for a drink?
You drove your truck all the way to Japan?
No, I flew over there with a friend of mine, Barry. We went to Japan, went to the Philippines for 3 weeks, and then went to Thailand for a few days.
Put some pontoons on it.
When I was in Japan, that's when I realized Asian ladies won't date Godzilla.
I was in Okinawa, Japan when I was a Marine. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was nice there.
And I went to Korea.
Yep, I went there too.
I think I got married there, but I'm not sure.
Japan, Australia, Korea. the Philippines, Guam. I saw a lot of places when I was there.
I'm not done yet, oh guys.
But nothing compares to Albany, Georgia, guys. Man,
There you
this
go,
is,
Joe.
this is a unique place.
Well, Georgia's
Yeah.
Georgia's a beautiful state anyway, bro.
I like Columbus, Georgia. That's where Tim Wilson was from.
Yeah.
And
Georgia's a beautiful state.
that's 90 miles from where I'm at. And we'll go up there from time to time to visit. But anywhere else, we're 3 hours from everywhere. The big city, Atlanta, 3 hours. The mountains, 3 hours. The ocean, whether it's Panama City Beach, Florida, or the Atlantic Ocean, 3 hours. Jacksonville, 3 hours.
Yeah, it's closer to you to go down to the panhandle of Florida, the Gulf, than it is to the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, yeah. But I like going over to the Atlantic Ocean because you pass through the Okefenokee Swamp. And if you want to see some alligators and stuff like that, that's cool.
Yeah, but that paper factory smells awful in Savannah.
No, Brunswick.
Yeah,
It's Brunswick?
Georgia. Yeah.
Yep.
It's that paper mill. Man, it smells awful.
Smells like fart.
Yeah, it does smell pretty foul.
And it does not go away either.
Well, see where my daughter lives in Covington, Virginia. That's the major employer is at the paper plant.
Yeah.
And you're right, it does give off a horrible smell, man.
I told my wife, I said, if shit could take a shit, that's what it smells like.
Yeah, they had one in Lewiston, Idaho that was terrible too.
Yeah, that's a good comparison, Joe. You're right.
It's just as bad as somebody ate Limburger cheese. God.
Well, the only other place that I smelled one is like when I lived outside of Harrisonburg, Virginia. And in that area, there's a lot of chicken farms and chicken processing plants.
Oh, those are awful. I'd rather smell the paper plant than that.
God, I mean, on a hot day, and if the wind is going one way, man, oh my God.
You know,
It'll make some people throw up.
that's funny you mentioned that because I just saw a video recently where it was out in the Midwest somewhere where people were complaining about the smell of a working farm.
Uh-huh.
So they put billboards out on the entrance. It said, "Caution, you are entering a working farm area. Please be advised that you'll smell gross. You know, you'll smell gross smells and all this kind of stuff."
Florida getting ready for the hurricane that is coming in.
Yeah.
So worried that
Why do you think they call turkey and chickens foul? That's beyond words, man.
Because they eat their own poop.
And they'll eat each other.
Yep.
Sammy, do your chickens stink?
What?
Do your chickens stink?
What
Not like what? Not going to a slaughterhouse at a Tyson plant? No, they don't.
Well, see, out there in Harrisonburg, Cargill is there, Purdue, and there's another company that's out there. But there's a lot of chicken, turkeys. That's the thing in that area.
Speaking of turkey, Kuya Tom and Rose have a turkey.
Yeah, I've seen their videos on the turkeys. Yeah.
Turkeys are dumb though. They'll raise their head upright and open their mouth and drown in a rainstorm.
Oh wow! Did not know
Getting a
that.
drink.
But they're hard to hunt. They're hard to hunt. It's hard to go out here and get camouflaged and go out there in the woods.
Yeah, they are hard to hunt. They are
Well,
hard to hunt.
I know the males can be pretty aggressive, can't they?
Yeah, it could be, I suppose. But most domestic ones aren't.
I mean, not in the wild.
I've never seen one be aggressive, but I never, there weren't that many in Idaho. So,
we got the Canadian geese that fly the migratory.
Now they will get aggressive.
The Canadian geese that fly from up north down
Yeah.
through to the south for the winter. Georgia is right along the migratory path, and they show up here, and some of them don't ever go back. They stay here. You see them with ducklings or gooselings or whatever, and
Yeah.
and
Gosling.
yeah. See, I knew Sean would know it.
I knew it, but I waited for Sean.
Baby gooses, but they'll stay here, and there's one spot here in town at one of our Walmarts. We got 4 Walmarts here, but there's a holding pond that sits there, and they stay there. And man, these geese, man, people be walking into Walmart, man, and they're attacking them.
There's. It's funny you mentioned that, Joe, because there was something that happened here. By the Fairfax County Government Center. The Canadian geese here, they love hanging out in open areas, and I mean, there's a lot of them. And but they have like a park there, and the geese all hung out, and the mothers who picked their kids there. They pulled a truck up on next to that park, and they were just grabbing these geese and walking over the truck, and they were gassing them right there. In front of these mothers and these little kids.
All they got to do is just.
There was a big thing in the news about it in the paper. And
just invite a bunch of hunters with shotguns like Elmer Fudd and Old Lord Fauntleroy, and you got the problem solved.
Yep.
I remember my former boss was the manager of the store I worked at, and he loved to duck hunt. I'm like, shit, just bring your shotgun to work. They're right there in the parking lot. Just point and fire. You'll hit 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, but a good hunter will never do that. But those geese can get very aggressive at times.
all the males can, yes. I've seen them attack people.
Yep.
During mating season, yes. And all males get aggressive during mating season. Good thing on humans, we don't have a mating season. I'm curious what would happen if we did.
Only about half of us would still be alive.
Yeah, Halfwit said they used to have geese that would chase them on the motorbike.
Not surprised.
My screen keeps automatically getting tiny on me. There we go. Now it's getting big again. So I had to put my glasses on so I can see you guys.
Yeah, just don't look at me. You'll break your glasses.
No, stop, brother.
It's a good ghost hunter, huh?
Well, it just helps me see the screen better and I can see you guys. That's why.
No, I know, Robert. I know.
Yeah.
I just couldn't resist. I haven't made it funny in a while.
Oh, I'm so happy, guys.
You got it running, Sammy?
Yeah, even my battery is not it's not yeah, it's even my battery is so low.
Yeah.
And it's still producing powering. Hello.
Oh, good night, Larry. Have a great night, brother.
I have to get
Hey, have a good one, Larry.
Kuya Larry, call me tomorrow maybe if you have time. Thank you so much, Kuya Larry. Because he would like to ask my help about the nightbook to set up. So yeah, I will do that. Angel coming? Or Angel I'm showing. Why it's so silent?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kuya Joe, where are you? Why you closing your camera? Tell me, did you fix it? Kuya Tim, yes, I fixed it, but I wasn't set up yet the what the call this one, the settings of the what the call this one. Um, what they call this one?
I had to go to the kitchen for a minute.
The timer. What the call this one? I forgot. The adjustable timer, Kuya Tim, for the low voltage disconnect or high voltage disconnect. Yeah, high voltage. What the call this one? Something like that. I wasn't set up yet because it's not going to um high voltage.
Yeah,
Low
Larry
voltage.
said he'll call you tomorrow afternoon, Sammy, or Thursday morning.
Sure, Kuya Larry. Sure. Just message me first. Oh my god, thumbs up. Thank you so much, Mary Babe's blog. Make a love shout out to you. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate that. And please type 143 to drop your link. Thank you so much. And taglish tayo dito, sis. Yeah, taglish tayo dito. Kasi may mga ano tayo. Morning all, or good evening by Maribel.
Uh-oh, Joe's gonna sing.
Oh wow, do it!
If the host will let me.
Robel, thank you so much, Robel. Thank you so much.
I'll do a song that Sammy likes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, thank you.
I think she likes it.
What?
Hey, Mary Babes.
Got aboard a westbound 747.
Good choice.
Didn't think before decided what to do. All the talk of opportunities, TV breaks and movies rang true, sure rang true. Seems it never rains in Southern California. Seems I've often heard that kind of talk before. It never rains in California. Girl, don't I warn you? It pours. Man, it pours. Out of work, out of my head, I'm out of self-respect, I'm out of bread, I'm under love, I'm underfed. I wanna go home. It never rains in California. Girl, don't they warn you? It pours. Man, it pours. Will you tell the folks back home I nearly made it? Had offers, don't know which ones to take. Please don't tell them how you found me. Don't tell them how you found me. Give me a break. Give me a break. Seems it never rains in Southern California. Seems I've often heard that kind of talk before. It never rains in California. Girl, don't they want it? It pours. Man, it pours.
All right, good job.
Awesome, Joe. Thank you, brother.
Y'all remember
Thank you
that?
so
Yeah, good choice.
This is from 1972.
I got a request for you, if Sammy will let you do it.
Yeah, sure.
You up for another one?
If I know it.
It's a CCR song you always sing.
Oh, okay. Let me get the words up here. I think Sammy likes that song too.
I love that song, man. I love when you sing it, brother. The thing is,
There
I think
is.
have you ever seen The Rain? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I'll do it.
Thank you, brother.
I like that song too because it's fun to play. It's kind of easy.
Well, I love when you get up here, brother, and you break out your guitar. I love that.
Okay, here we go, guys.
There is.
Someone told me long ago there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. Waiting so they say it will rain a sunny day. I know shining down like water. No, have you ever seen the rain? No, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Yesterday's and days before, sun is cold, the rain is hard. I know I've been that way all my time. Till forever on it goes, through the circle, fast and slow. I know I can't stop, I wonder. Now I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Now I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Now I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day?
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Very good.
You know what, Robert? That's the first song that he sing to my panel the time that he first come here. I remember that. I won't forget that.
Yeah, because when I first started singing, I think that was one of the first songs I sung on your stream. Have you ever seen the rain? Well, I've always loved CCR anyway, Joe. They have a lot of great songs.
Yep.
They're from back in our day.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I think me, you, and Leonard are the oldest ones up there right now. So
Yeah.
we remember all that stuff.
I'm not going to ask anybody age, but I'm getting up there, man.
Huh?
Yeah, I've been around for a minute or two.
I think we all been around for a minute or two.
That song was from 1969, I think, and that was like one of the first songs that I learned.
Uh-huh.
What?
And you can do the math, but I bought this guitar in 1976.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And that was one of the first songs I learned in 76 was a song from 1969. So
Yeah.
if you want to do the math, you can see how old I am.
You don't have to do that.
Sammy, how old are you? That's Sean.
32.
You're 32?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just turned 60 in July. So.
We can
Well, I'm going to be 61 in about 20 minutes. And
Well, happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday, brother.
Jassy is 49, so there's not a huge age gap.
What? When is your birthday, Kuya Joe?
Next month.
Wow, advance happy birthday.
Happy advanced birthday, Joe.
We'll take super chats and gift cards and all that. But
Well, this one, I will scam someone first to have a no.
Jassy will be 50. Jassy will be 50 soon, so there's not a really big age gap.
Yeah.
Be right back, guys.
All right.
And I'm glad, because if I found me a Filipino that was younger than Jassy, then I couldn't keep up, man. Tell you the truth.
You're older than me by a year tomorrow. Wow, Kuya halfway. Sammy is forever 17. Ay, Rob Hell, thank you so much. No, 17 is underage. You can be child abuse and that. Yeah, forever 18 like that.
There you go.
So my guitar is older than halfway.
I've already said that. My brain says I'm 25. My body's going hell now.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
My brain says you can do it, and my body says you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
Just a small town girl
Another good one.
living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going in.
Anywhere. Oh, Joe froze up.
Joe froze.
Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. There's shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding out there in the night. Ooh, clinker. Singer in a smoky room, smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they could share the night just one more time.
Awesome, man.
Our host is going to get an email from YouTube on that one. I guarantee it. Because every time.
What, the copyright thing?
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, Arnel Pineda, he's Filipino. He's the lead singer for Journey right now.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
he's got a YouTube channel. And he did a live stream one night. And I popped up on there and I said, hello, Arnel. And he said, hello, Joe and Jassy down in Georgia. And I thought that was so cool.
Welcome.
He did. Yeah.
Well, they searched for a while before they found someone that could sing like Perry did.
Yeah. And
I
they
mean,
did a good.
Steve Perry has got an amazing, awesome range.
I used to like Journey, right? But I didn't love them until Arnel popped up and they did their new debut album, Old and the New. And since that time, man, his story was like from rags to riches, and it was the coolest thing ever. And
only few bands have gone to the Philippines and played. They mostly go to Japan.
Right.
And a lot of them don't catch on in the Philippines. That's why they don't go there.
Mhm.
Right. But Arnel from Manila, he used to sing karaoke to make money to eat.
Well, isn't that how Journey found him?
On YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
And they sent him a letter inviting him here to the USA to audition for, and they laughed at him. And oh, you're going to sing for Journey, huh? And let me hear Wheels in the Sky.
Yeah.
And he'd and they were all impressed. And next thing you know, he was here, and he was on Oprah show, and he was on a couple other shows, and they all did his story, and it was just so cool, man.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, my daughter, when he joined them and started singing for him, she loved him. And she, in her opinion, she told me that he sounded better than Steve Perry did.
I can't tell the difference, but I always tell everybody I got a country version of Not Believing. Just a small town girl living in this lonely world.
Go, Joe.
Go ahead, finish
Georgia,
it.
I gotta throw.
I like that.
Started
Cool.
good. Finish it.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Sammy's not laughing though, so I have to make sure I please the host. And she just left.
Roll.
Oh, shit.
She
may have switched over to her Wi-Fi.
She didn't like it.
Well, she
switched.
She got the power. She got the power running, so she probably switched over.
No, I do apologize. My connection bump. Loading. It's because I tried to put my refrigerator earlier, so that's why it's interrupt to my inverter. My inverter can't handle the voltage of my refrigerator, so I can't use my refrigerator at the moment.
You tried to put your thing where?
Yeah. So going and then all the electricity will come out. So I need to plug out the refrigerator so it will going to come back normally. So now it will going to come back, and what do you call this one? If you can see here, there's no warning anymore. It's already charging, because this is the warning, guys. This is this is the warning of low voltage or high voltage, and I don't have warning now. It's because my battery here, if you can see it, 58% now. Yeah, so meaning to say it's charging.
Mary Babe says bye.
Huh?
Mary Babe said bye.
I've been
Bye, host and co-host, going to work. See you next time. Thank you so much, Mary Babe. I really, really appreciate you. Sun is a very hot. I want
See
to
you next
make
time,
her.
Mary Babes.
my wife's been wanting me to learn more material on the guitar, and so I've been practicing. I've been learning on some Tom Petty and some Neil Young, and
That could be good.
Yummy Mingo, how you can say that I am hot? Do I make you warm? Oh, joke. Sammy, let's meet up. Sure, where?
Well, you don't
I'm
have
hearing
any aircon.
What?
You don't have any aircon, so it is hot.
Kuya Sean. I have electric fan, Kuya Sean. Oh my God.
I remember when I went to the Philippines to meet Jesse's parents. They didn't have aircon there out in the jungle, and we spent like all day there at her parents'. Then we had to hurry back to the motel where we had aircon, and then the next day they showed up at the motel, and we had a big party at the pool. And
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Because aircon is expensive, almost 400. USD.
And I always felt kind of funny that like Jesse's sister and her mom and dad,
Mhm.
if they realized we were doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sammy's
meaning,
been with a girl many a time, like
yeah,
Griselle, all kinds of
yeah,
females.
yeah. Wow, I
That's
like
why
it
she
to
don't,
hear
why
the
she don't
message.
come over anymore.
Yeah, because there's a visit of their study.
Yummy asked you a question. Yummy Mongo.
Yeah, I just answered it for her.
Oh, what did you say?
Have you ever been with another girl, Sammy?
Yeah, Sammy's
Yeah,
been around a lot of girls. Griselle was one of them.
yeah.
No, she means have you been with another girl?
Yeah, Griselle.
She just walked away.
What do you mean, Griselle?
I've been with Grisel before.
Griselle was co-hosting with her for a long time.
No, that's not what
Yeah.
she's meaning. What she's saying. Have you been with another girl? As in, like, being with another girl.
What you mean? What you mean? In the bed? No way.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
I don't think that she knows you're a lady
It's a
boy,
big,
Sammy.
it's a big
I don't.
no.
I don't think she knows that you're a lady boy.
Maybe.
Wow, got quiet.
I'm still here. I'm just trying to figure out everything.
Be careful. If you get it all figured out, you'll be in trouble.
I would love to go with Sunny. Go where? In what do you call it, supermarket or in a mall? Sure, but not in the bed.
Sammy, how's your boat coming along?
What?
How's your boat?
I don't know both.
You were building a boat. You and
No,
your
her sister was.
It's already done, kuya.
Is it floating?
What?
Is it floating?
Yeah,
No.
I upload a video on that. My sister take a video because I'm so busy that time. So
That's your
I tell
sister.
Sammy, sorry, you
I
mean
saw
the
you.
sorry.
I saw you working on it. No, I saw you working on it. You worked hard on it.
Yeah.
I want to go for a ride.
Yeah, Sammy's hard worker, most definitely.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So you like to go with the ride? Oh.
The Love Boat. It's the Love Boat.
Oh my God, I have that silly thinking,
You don't
Sit in my
remember? You don't remember that TV show, The Love Boat?
no.
You know, boss, the plane, the plane, the
No,
plane.
that was Fantasy
That's
Island.
Fantasy Island. Welcome to Fantasy Island.
Oh yeah, Fantasy Island. Yeah,
And then there's Tattoo. The plane, the plane.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're coming out with a new Love Boat, but from the previews, it looks like it's a reality show.
Yeah, it's softcore porn is what's going to be.
Probably so.
Sean, you make me laugh.
That's the only way to get people to watch it. Nobody will watch the old Love Boat show. It was too family oriented.
I used to watch it all the time. It was a cool show.
I might watch it. I'm an old guy now, so.
Yeah, we grew up watching Leave It to Beaver and the Brady Bunch. Now it's the wife can't stand the husband. The kids are mouthing off, and they want to know why. It's because there was a cultural shift.
But they got a
it
channel
all
on.
started.
Yeah, they got a channel on Air TV that does nothing but all the old TV shows.
None of the young kids will watch it.
Dennis the Menace, all that. Leave It to Beaver. And,
Beaver. You said beaver.
Yeah. I
leave
thought
it to
Mrs.
Beaver.
Cleaver.
Leave it to Beaver.
And I thought Mrs. Cleaver had the beaver. Well, was I mistaken?
Sammy, you know what a beaver is?
No.
It's a vagina.
That's one of the stupid euphemisms that Americans come up with.
What was that word? Euthanism? Euthanism.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please define. We're going to have a quiz, guys. Take notes.
Mark Thornton was captain of the love boat. By Ed. Ed, thank you so much, Ed, for coming.
Hello, Captain Stubing, Howard, Gopher, and Doc.
You know that guy that played golfer? He was the CEO of Goodwill Industries at one time.
He was?
Yeah, he was over Goodwill Industries for a while.
He went to prison, yeah.
Oh, I don't know what he's doing now, but I know at one time he ran Goodwill Industries.
Thank you for coming.
I don't know if this is a spot on my monitor or I got something on my face.
I
Yeah,
don't
you'll
see
figure
it.
it out.
I think it's a spot on the monitor.
Yeah, I don't see anything on your face.
Yeah,
Joe.
Say what?
How's Commander Kobe?
He's sleeping. He was a little sick today, and he threw up on the floor. And I had to clean it up and everything.
Oh wow. Well, prayers. I hope he feels better.
He's over there on the couch. He's sleeping.
I hope he feels better.
Yeah.
He's spoiled.
Yeah, you spoiled him.
Oh, Joe.
I'm gonna tell you, this is how spoiled he is. When my wife cooks food, wants to eat, she'll cook a separate food for Hoagie, and she'll put vegetables in it, chicken or turkey, and she'll make it especially for him.
Oh wow!
And then
Hey, Joe. Go ahead.
come in. Can you read me over?
Yeah. I started to cut you off and didn't mean to.
I'm waiting for you. I just said he's spoiled. My wife cooks him separate food.
Yeah.
Plus he gets no food.
I was just going to ask about your son. How's he doing?
He's okay. He's autistic, and
Yeah.
he's with his mom tonight. And, but he got into an incident at school the other day. And he can't go back till they tell us. And I don't know if he's going to be able to graduate. We're looking at alternative schools, trade schools, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's 19 now. To tell you the truth, man, I'm tired of him being aggressive with me and his mom, his sister, and all that kind of stuff. I've been giving him tough love.
Yeah, you got to be careful because he doesn't realize how strong he is, probably.
Yeah, exactly. He's broke my ribs twice. Yeah, he's broke my ribs twice. Kicking me and punching me. And that's one reason why we got security cameras in the house now, because of how how aggressive he's becoming.
Yeah.
And I can't fight back. If I do fight back, I could go to jail.
Well, he is 19, so that helps you some.
Yeah, a little bit.
But and the worst thing is, if you do fight back, you don't want to hurt him.
Right, exactly.
And so you're not,
The
you're
last,
gonna end up letting him hurt you to keep from hurting him.
yeah, and the last time that happened, the only thing I did was restrain him until the police came, and he tells the doctor that I threw him on the floor, and next thing you know, he got police department and family services up in my house now,
CPS and all that. Yeah,
wanting to know about all that stuff.
yeah, they're definitely all over that nowadays, Joe.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean,
Department of Family Children Services, they're not.
yeah.
They're worthless as far as I'm concerned.
Some boys,
foster parent.
some boys you have to use some force. I never hit my son, but he went to hit me and I flipped his ass, and that's why he won't do that again.
Yeah, hopefully that's the only lesson he needs.
I sprayed his ass with pepper spray when he attacked me last time.
Yeah.
And,
You got to do something. You can't let him, just hurt you.
you know what I learned about that? Don't ever spray pepper spray on a white sofa. It comes in purple.
Yeah.
But I'm through all that now, and he's doing better, but he still gets from time to time. He gets angry, and I tell him every day, you can't act like that. You're going to go to jail. You're going to get tased. You might even get shot.
That's true.
Kuya Tim, you don't have electricity, Kuya Tim, did we have?
What'd Sammy say? She's yelling at us?
If Tim has electricity.
He said he had low battery, so
up where Tim was, Joe, is where the super typhoon kind of hit.
where is he at?
Isn't he's up near Angeles City or something, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think
Kuya
that's
Joe,
where.
in your head. Kuya Joe,
Yo,
what's that big figure in your head?
I can't hear you.
What's that big figure in your head?
You're very distorted, Sammy.
We can't hear you.
Your
Right.
audio's messed up.
This I heard you're bucking in your head.
Wait.
Ed, we've been bonding for 19 years, man. And we've been through counseling and
How about you?
Me well.
well,
Well,
That sounds
the way I'm looking at it, what he said in here in chat, I wouldn't teach him how to shoot if he's already aggressive like that.
no, my gun's hidden.
You can hear me well now, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Who's that girl in your head, Kuya?
What's
Giselle.
that?
Joe,
Kuya Joe,
there's
what-
a picture. There's a picture of Sammy in a bikini above your head.
Yeah, that's her right there. Let's see if I can touch it.
Oh, Chris. Hello, Chris.
I'm gonna touch it.
Ah!
I wonder where Stephanie is. I haven't seen her in ages since she visited us a couple of times.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Like you could be sociable
Sammy,
too and
tell
make
us
friends.
about yourself, please. Oh my God. Guys, someone would like me to introduce myself. Okay, guys, I am Sammy Chavez, known here in YouTube, but my true name is Roy Chong Chavez. I'm 32-year-old. I am proud lady boy. I'm living here in the province of Basay Negros Oriental, part of the Magati City. Yeah, Philippines. And thank you.
What part did you say you were from?
Basay Negros Oriental, part of the Magati City. I have my full information there in my about section, kuya.
Okay, because I know you're on an island and you have a boat and you live near the
Mhm.
ocean. And
Everybody in Philippines is on an island.
Yeah.
Oh my God, kuya, kuya Leonard ha.
so, Sammy, you're older. My guitar's older than you.
Yeah, that's my lolo now. That's my lolo,
It's your grandma. It's your grandma.
grandpa. Yeah. If I know how to play guitar, I will ask that guitar to you. Kuya, what do you mean that guitar to me? Joke.
You can learn to play guitar on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Um, Kuya Leonard, if you would like to learn guitar, you need to give more time on it. But
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't have a lot of time to practice it.
Yeah.
It's because I'm so busy always helping my dad, my mom, something like that. And then I have courses here in my house too as well. Especially at the moment I'm still setting up this solar panel to work
Oh,
out,
right,
you know.
right. No, I was just saying that you can learn that way.
Yeah,
My son
soon
taught
one
himself.
day kuya. One day
Yeah,
kuya
my
if I
son taught himself that
you
way.
know. Mhm. 32 but look like 20 dito. Oh, Chris, thank you. You look super beautiful, Sammy by Ed. Thank you, Ed. But not everything is near the beach. Yeah, PTM indeed. Guitar here too. hmm
You
But I
call
love
her.
what kuya? What kuya son?
Hmm? Oh,
What?
not nothing.
Ah, okay. But I love living so close to the beach, kuya Tim Dizia. Yeah, you can smell fresh air. Unlike in the city that always always smoke of the vehicle that you can hear. No, you can smell, and then there's a lot of engine that they are so loud sometimes, and it's annoying. I'm a small town girl
Go ahead and
living
sing
in
it.
a lonely world.
Go ahead and sing it, Sammy.
I don't know that song yet.
Sounds like you do.
Trucker?
Oh my
You
God,
should
Kuya
show
John.
everybody that, Sammy, so they know what we're talking about, laughing about.
I don't know. You had Patreon. I have Patreon, Chris. I have only two members there, and I'm so blessed and then thankful to them because they are helping me a lot in that, and I can pay my Wi-Fi bill on that too. For that, yeah. Wait, Kuya.
Oh
I'm
man.
trying to find it, Kuya.
Soda water and cheeseburger? Did you get your soda water and cheeseburger? No soda water?
Gotta blow up Sammy's screen.
Did you see my last message I sent you? Huh?
What,
Blow your
kuya?
screen up, Sammy. Then everybody can see it better. Blow your
Wait,
screen
kuya.
up.
Wait!
There we go.
Yeah, I cleaned it up. It's my house.
He's parked on the fuel island and went inside like anybody else would.
You puke.
That is a gonna puke.
He might be hungry because he puked up all his food.
You feed him?
No. He wanted to puke.
Okay.
He ate some of my paper.
Cakes?
bullet rocker.
Like in daddy's bathroom,
I
huh?
don't think they heard it.
I don't think so. I don't like to have a copyright, kuya, you know, because that is a huge channel.
Yeah, but that's not a copyright.
It can be, kuya. It can be because it's a video to them, to their channel. It can
Yeah,
copyright.
but he
you
he
can do that with
videotaped that
copyright.
from private property, though. That's private property, not public.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to get technical, Love's Travel Stop can nail his ass for copyright.
I got hit with a copyright for posting something from TikTok.
Uh-huh.
I
Hi,
got hit with a
sis!
Hello.
Magandang
Hello.
gabi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Just got home from work.
Oh. Magandang gabi, sis.
Hello.
Okay, wanna go poo poo? Alright, good meeting you all. I'm gonna take my dog out for a walk.
Thank
Okay,
you so
be
much,
careful.
sis.
She has to take Sir Pogi out for a walk because
Mhm.
he has to poop.
Sammy, how you YouTube treating your fans? What do you mean by that, Chris? Can you ask what you call this a little bit farther?
That was my guy. That was my wife, guys. Jessie. She's from North Luzon.
Uh-huh. That's why I speak Tagalog to her, kuya, so she can understand me too.
She gets kind of funny around YouTube sometimes because
Mm-hmm.
we got our channel and we got some haters for whatever reason. People hate us and say bad
Mm-hmm.
things, and so she don't like to deal with it. So,
Good night, Tim.
but anyway, she's doing good now.
Kuya Tem, take care, Kuya Tem. It's not evening to Kuya Tem, Robert, because we are the same time.
Oh,
Chris asked
sorry.
there that sorry I meant income YouTubers usually get income. Yeah, but not all the time, Chris. Especially if you don't if you are doing it vlogging only, if you are uploading videos only, it's depend on views. If you are a live streamer like this, if you are doing live streaming, it's depend how people watch your ads, or how many people give you a super chat. That's depend. And in my side, I do a lot of live stream, and then I wasn't expect anything to if I do live stream, I wasn't expect people to give me a PayPal. I wasn't expect people going to give me super chat. And I don't have salary for 3 months already, and I hope this month, in the fourth month, I have salary. And that's why I'm so happy and blessed to my two member on my Patreon, that they get my higher membership there. So I have $32 something there, 32.85 maybe per month, so I can pay my Wi-Fi bill. I hope I answered you, Chris. Thank you so much.
Well,
Where is Jessie from? Yeah, North Luzon. North Luzon, kuya? Am I right?
North Luzon, Nueva
Yeah,
Vista,
North Luzon.
in the jungle, baby. She's from the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yes, it did. You're welcome, Chris.
That's the only thing that I regret when I went to the Philippines. We never went to the ocean, and I really want to go to the ocean, um, to Palawan or Cebu or Bohol.
Why, Kuya? Why?
That's because man is attracted to the water. He wants to
Why?
hunt.
Why you wasn't come? Why you wasn't enjoy the your vacation here?
Because I wanted to meet Jassy and her family.
Ah, okay.
And that's
So next
required.
time if you come here, Kuya, next time if you come here, so you can do vacation to the beaches, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do next time for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm attracted to the women, not the water.
We have lots of friends in the Philippines on our channel.
Oh my God, Kuya.
Uh,
I heard marrying Filipina is like heaven. Mm-hmm. Chris. But
that's
not all
true.
the time, Chris. Not all the time.
Well, you don't
That's
have to get
depend,
married.
Chris. Because yeah, like what happened to the person friend of Kuya Tom and Ruth. He shared it to his live stream that that person that friend of that foreigner friend he have come here in the Philippines and then met up that girl and then yeah the he proposed before, but now the foreigner leave the Filipina and then not only one but two foreigner because yeah because of the attitude, something like this, maybe money problem or a red flag, you know. So be careful, guys. If you would like to marry a Filipina, if you are wishing to marry a Filipina, please don't get rushed. Only full rush and you know, don't
And
be a fool to rush everything. Yeah, because
it,
it's
it takes
better to yeah, kuya. It's
it,
better to know your partner first a lot. For example, like their lifestyle, their habits, something like this, their attitude, especially the attitude, because how you can handle that healthy relationship if you don't like the attitude of your partner, you know, it's unhealthy. So if your relationship is unhealthy, it's not good at all. So better to leave or forget that one, you know.
I talked
Yep.
with Jassy over a year online on
Mm-hmm.
filipinocupid.com, small
I
talk.
have that one before.
And uh, one day I decided, I say, hey, look, I want to meet with you. And, she was in Singapore. She was OFW in Singapore. And she said, okay, come to
Mm-hmm.
Singapore. And I said, well, I don't want to meet you in Singapore. I want to meet you in your hometown. I want to know where you went to school, where you went to church. I want to know your family. I want to know all
Uh-huh.
that stuff. And that's one of the requirements of the K-1 visa, the fiance
Mm-hmm.
visa. So in
Uh-huh.
October 2015, I went over there and we met and we had a wonderful time. And I spent 3 weeks with her. And
Mm-hmm.
when I come back here, I said, okay, do you want to come here? She said, yes. And, I applied for her K-1 visa. And,
Mm-hmm.
and 6 months later, she was here. A month later, we were married. And that was 7 years ago. And,
Uh-huh.
and you know, it just goes to show you that these you can do it if you want to. It just takes time and money and patience um,
True.
to do that, and it costs a lot of money. Um,
True.
if 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 anybody out there is wanting to bring a Filipino here to the United States, it's going to cost you about $10,000.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if they're from Northern Europe, they'll be over here next week. Don't cost you anything except for the
Yeah,
plane ticket.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Who's
reason for that, and I'll
trending?
let you
Thank
all figure it
you.
out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it worked for us, and it's going good now. It's been 7 years, um, and we're happy.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Okay.
I got so much time, and I told her that I got so much time and effort invested in her that I would never leave her. But we still want to travel and go to the Philippines, and yeah, I would love to meet you, Sammy, and
Aw. Bring your wife then, and then we enjoy here in the beach.
we will, and we'll take a boat
Yeah.
ride. Yeah,
Yeah. I will
Believe it or
what
not,
the call is
maybe I can catch
what
a
kaya?
fish. I catch a
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah. What kaya, Sean?
oh, believe it or not, I've been married and I've been single for a while. And I'll tell you what, I'm more happier being miserable. I know
What?
that sounds I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'm more happy with being miserable
Why? Why you are happy?
because I don't have to answer or put up with a bunch of bullshit.
True.
I don't know if I ever told you this or not, but uh, I was married I was in the Marines. I married a girl from Central America, El Salvador. And we were
Mm-hmm.
married 22 years. We never had any children of our own. And then right before we adopted two children from Central America, then she divorced me. Then I got hooked into paying child support for 18 years.
Mm.
And um,
Wow.
but during that time, I got married to another girl. Um, she was from Central America also, and I didn't know it at the time, but she was from the same country as my ex-wife, and in our divorce papers it said that the children could not visit me if there was a woman there that I was not married to, and so
Wow.
we ended up getting married just so I could see my kids.
Yeah, but does it go the other way too? She can't have a man over unless they're married.
It didn't go. It didn't go that. Didn't go that way.
Yeah, see, then there's no equality.
Right. Right. So
That's just,
I ended up getting married. And it was a business decision, cheaper for both of us to you know for rent and household expenditures. And anyways,
mm-hmm.
we were married 7 years, and then I met Jassy online, and you know, I- and like I said before, my boy's autistic, and number two wife, she couldn't handle that. It was too much for her. So, anyways, here we are today, married Jassy from the Philippines.
Too much big. It's too much big for her.
For number two,
Yeah.
it was too much. She'd come home from work and she'd say, if you're hungry, ask your dad to cook you some food. And she'd go into the room, her bedroom, take her pills, and go to sleep.
Oh my God.
And, I finally told her, I gave her like 3 years. I said, look, in 2013, there's going to be changes. If there's not changes, it's over. 2014, there has to be some changes. I liked the girl, and she was good, but eventually she got, she couldn't handle my son, and finally in 2015, I said, look, there's going to be changes, and it's happening now. And I served her
Mhm.
divorce papers. We got divorced. I moved out, and then I told Jassy, "Look, I'm divorced now." And
Marty and Jimmy, hello there. Oi, sister trending,
Yeah, I
thank
think that
you. Hmm.
I'd much rather stay that way. I got enough women that call me names and tell me up
yeah,
yours. I got enough of that. I don't need another one.
I don't think I've ever told anybody that whole story on YouTube. Um, this is the first time, and So Jassy is number 3. We're very, very happy. She's a wonderful woman, and I love her so much. And she still, she loves my 2 adopted kids too. So
Oh, that's so
That's
sweet.
awesome, Joe. That is.
Yep, very awesome.
That is really, really cool.
and plus, right now I'm done with child support, and that's good.
That's a
You know,
relief.
all your kids should be grown now, right?
Freedom.
All your kids are grown now, Joe, right?
Yeah, they're grown now. My girls, my daughter just turned 18 yesterday, so I'm done. I'm done with all that.
I'm just trying to find one.
Can I have?
All right, guys, I got to drop down. I have to talk to my wife, and
Thank you so much, Kuya.
Thank you so much, Joe, for the songs, and that was awesome. Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Thank you so much,
Thanks a lot, Joe.
Kuya.
Nice seeing you, man.
all right, take care, guys. Sammy,
Yeah, thank
You
you.
too.
See you later. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I'm just wanting to find a woman that'll just sit down, like Rosa Parks did. She's got to sit down in that seat beside me. That's all.
Sis Trending, thank you so much, Sis Trending, for that yeah, for that super chat, super sticker. Thank you so much. Yeah, Marty and Jemmy, thank you so much, Marty. Guys, please check out the channel of my super chatter, guys. Len Colin, Kuya Dance Retirement, Philippine Bound, and Trending Live TV. Thank you so much. My Nightbot dropping their link. Thank you. Marty and Jenny, please take 143 in the chat.
It's not hard to do what Rosa Parks did. All she did was sit down.
Chris, thank you. Kuya Sean, the woman in your upper there, it's not she's not getting tired standing there.
Do what? The woman in the upper what? I don't get it.
The upper part of your screen, it's Sammy in a bikini.
Robert, like that.
Sorry, Sammy.
Maybe I will transfer Kuya Sean.
Well, there's been a couple that sat down, but they got up and ran away.
Oh my God, Kuya. If I'm that girl, oh my God, like I'm not going to run. Just say it slowly. Yeah. Don't make it full directly. Joke. Slowly but surely, like that, Kuya Sean.
Oh God! Then that damn coffee. I need to start drinking Starbucks because it doesn't gas me up like that.
There's a Starbucks coffee, right? You need only the heater.
The only way I can get a Starbucks is if I'm on the Pennsylvania Turnpike because they're in every one of the plazas, and I usually do. It reminds me of one of the very first channels. It wasn't on YT. It was a different type of platform. A guy was doing videos and his name was Joe Ligotti. He was the guy from Boston. He's totally Italian, big heavy set guy, union truck driver. He's got his own radio station now, and he was coming home from playing a Hold'em game overnight, and he's driving home. Because I stopped off at a Starbucks because I lost my shirt in the frickin' Hold'em game. He goes, I stopped off at Starbucks and got a Benatini. That's a large for everybody else. And then he said, he goes, I was looking into the thing when I was getting my coffee. It's a scone, and I got one. What is it? Is it a muffin? Is it a donut? And I don't know about them, but they're hard. So you know what I do? Spagontis. That means they're hard. You dunk your own jamones in the coffee, and then after you drink the coffee, you take a shit. He was hilarious and didn't know it. He was speaking a little Italian there. You dunk your own jamones in the coffee. That means donut. After you drink the coffee, you take a shit. he explained everything. It was just hilarious.
My God.
Well, there's some people that have that problem. They drink coffee and then they gotta go. Me,
Yeah.
I can put out a brush fire when I drink a coffee. I take a whiz. Makes me whiz something fierce.
Yeah. No, you're right. It does have a laxative effect on some people.
Yeah, but it don't affect me where I gotta take a dump. I just gotta take a whiz.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
I think that's more common.
Guys,
That's what you call a coffee enema. Yeah, I remember hearing the advertisements for that. It was a French guy. For when you're feeling pooped, nothing perks you up like
my God.
enema.
I just started.
Oh my God! Now I'm getting started. Yes, for a man who likes his coffee in the can, but you don't need no coffee cup. Just grabs the bag and bottoms up. Au revoir.
Good.
It's all coming back to me now. It was a jingle about Folgers.
Uh, but anyway, guys, I can't stay long, guys, because I'm going to the city later on. Yeah, I'm going to buy some what the some ingredients to make cake for the birthday of Choi Choi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, be careful.
Thank you so much, Kuya. I'm not going yet because yeah, the sun start start
You said
coming.
you said she's lactose intolerant. Well, just don't put creamer in it, and you're good to go.
Sweet Choi, ali ba daw? Asa ka gikan? Ali ba?
Man, some of this truck stop coffee, man, is awful. Comes out looking like motor oil, or it was filtered through a jock strap, or some crap like that. Jesus. There are times I've dumped it out, and I'm like, that's no good. You're gonna have to redo the whole thing. That's awful.
Say hi to them. Hi.
Hey.
Tradition, Robert, Elena.
Hey, Choi Choi.
Joy.
Yeah, I'm going to buy what do you call this one pancake what do you call this one kuya pancake for ready made, and then I will make it cake for him. Yeah, because it's too expensive here to buy direct ready made cake like you are going to the store, it's expensive. So I prefer to buy ingredients and then bake for him.
Well, I mean, the cakes that you've made with the pancake mix, Tammy, they turned out really good.
Yes,
Well, I just had a thought. It was what was going on in our country. It was stupid. I was going to tell you to get Mrs. Buttersworth syrup with the pancakes and Aunt Jemima pancake mix.
They don't call them that no more.
Yeah,
Nope.
but Aunt Jemima does not care. She's named it. It was her company. Now they wanted to change. My complaint was this: he wanted to change the name Uncle Ben's, and I'm like, oh, to what? Uncle Tom? Then you got a complaint.
Yeah.
Selling.
It's the stupidity that it's like, who's complaining about this now?
Yeah.
But they changed the name of it. It still tastes the same. I can care less. I can care less the box it came in.
Yeah, they changed the
Yeah.
name. It's still the same thing.
And it still got her face on it, right?
Mm-mm. They took the face
She's the
off.
one.
They took
She's
the
the one
face
that
off.
started it.
Well, they
She
took the face
owned that.
off of it. Yeah, they took the face off of it.
Did the idiots, when they made that argument, did they know that the black woman named Aunt Jemima owned it and started that company? Oh, jeez.
They didn't care. They were just looking for something to cause stir about.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like all the sports names have to be changed from having any Indian connotations to them. I don't mean to be hurt. I hope I don't hurt your feelings about that, Sean. But
About what?
about all the sports teams have to change their names because they had references.
It was
to
just
the Indian.
Redskins. It was just the Redskins, but everybody picked on all the Native American named teams, college and professional. It was just the Redskins, but they went overboard with it. But the owner of the Blackhawks said that name and logo will never change.
Uh-huh.
Well, I know they were after the Cleveland Indians and all
They're
of
the
the rest.
Guardians now.
Yeah.
The Braves. The Braves will not change. It was the Redskins' name is the problem.
Yeah.
They call them the Commanders now.
Yeah.
They should have called them the Nantigos, and they wouldn't have had to change anything. Just the name,
Yeah.
But
because
they
that was
call it-
the indigenous tribe in that area was the Nantigos. But the people out west, the Navajo and the Apache, they're big. They were big Redskins fans. They were all wearing RG3 jerseys. They didn't
Yep.
give a rat's ass about it.
Nope. And as I had heard, none of the Indians did. It was just all AFL. What the hell is it? All those equal rights organizations coming
Yeah.
up with something, trying to
Yeah,
come up with something to stir trouble up about.
stirring stuff up.
Yeah.
Now, there were some natives that didn't like the Redskins' name. I'm like, okay, we'll just change that name. But now the Indians had to get on the bandwagon, change their name and logo.
I mean the Cleveland Indians.
They're called the Guardians.
Oh, they got a new name too.
Yeah, this year was the first year. They're called the Guardians.
Oh, really?
Yes. Atlanta said they're not changing that name from Braves. That's not going to happen. The Chicago Blackhawks will not change their name. The owner had already said it. He said, go pound sand. The Chicago Blackhawks have been around since 1908. They're one of the original Frozen Seven, one of the original seven NHL teams.
Yeah.
The Guardians sound like an insurance company.
It sounded like anything except a sports team.
It doesn't sound like a sports team, that's for sure.
The Indians didn't have to change their name. It wasn't insulting.
No, it wasn't.
but they found it prudent to do it, and they did.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I got to take another pain pill because my shoulder.
Be careful of those things. They don't get habit forming.
No, I take them the way the doctor prescribed them.
Good.
And most of the people that complained about things like this probably never even watched the freaking game in the first place.
Yeah.
No, they found out, Leonard, that my shoulder was fractured.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that before.
And there's
You got a bone or two floating around in there?
Yeah, pieces of bone are floating around in my shoulder.
Yeah.
That's what's causing the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was the complaint. There was
Go
the
ahead.
complaint throughout the colleges years ago, about 20 years ago, and a lot of them that were named after Indian tribes had to change. Now, some of them did, some of them didn't. The Florida Seminoles told them to pound sand. They weren't going to change anything about the team.
Yeah.
And then there's the University of Illinois, the Illini. Now, they kept the name and everything else. It's just they didn't allow the warrior to ride the horse out onto the football field and throw the spear into the end zone. And I'm like, that wasn't insulting. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't got after the Kansas City Chiefs.
That ain't going to change either.
No.
They're
I
like,
hope
look,
not.
it's
That's my
not.
favorite team.
Yeah, it's not insulting to the native community because if it were, you would hear a big outcry about it. But it's not.
Right.
Just the Redskins name was the only problem.
Yep.
Careful with the Centennial Bob. Bob, who's Bob? Ed, who's Bob?
He's probably talking to Robert.
Ah, Robert.
Fentanyl. He
I have
been taking
I
fentanyl.
have no clue who that is.
It's
I don't
okay.
know who he is either.
It's addictive. Chris, I'm okay, Chris. I'm just thinking, yeah, I'm just thinking, Chris, that how to budget my money for the birthday of my nephew this coming birthday. It's already 2028, so it's actually drugs on me. Ah, okay. Larry, are you okay?
Yeah.
You stop laughing.
What?
But anyway, guys, I'm going to yeah, the sun come out. Yoo-hoo! The sun come out. The universe. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm about to go to the city. Hey, Sean, you like to go with me?
Where are we going?
Huh?
Well, I'm
Jay,
20. I'm 20 miles from Kentucky.
That's awesome. You're so close to you.
and cut right through Louisville.
Mm.
Where do you got to go now? Where's this load going?
Nashville.
Oh, okay.
I go anywhere with Sunny. How's your what's this one? How about your girlfriend Ed? How about your girlfriend Ed? You don't like to be with her? Mm. I wonder Ed. Can I do go?
You can take your bike.
You are my GF Sammy. No, Ed. I know you have girlfriend Ed. Yeah, I'm going to ride my bike.
Well, it's good the sun's out then. Maybe the road will be dry.
After 3 or 4 days of rain, I mean, my God, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully the road will be dry. We don't want to see a picture of Sammy up alongside a light pole.
No, Sammy's careful when she drives.
Yeah, I've seen a few of her videos when she's riding.
Ed, Dinoy, you have your girlfriend, right? And then she have motorbike too. Mm.
Yeah. I think she does have a motorbike, huh?
You must have to ride.
Think she's
Or
got
you're
a
just
think
riding.
she's got a house too, doesn't she?
A bit, yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
But anyway, guys, I would like to end my live stream, guys. I have no GF at the moment coming. Oh, okay, Ed. Sorry to hear that. Hmm.
Well, shit.
Not right now.
Ah, Kuya Lina. Oh my God.
I have gotten out of practice.
What?
I have gotten out of practice.
Practice of what? Mm.
Quick comebacks.
Oh
I used to
my
be
God.
pretty good at it.
Ed, if you like to be my boyfriend, just message me. Go to my about section. Contact me anywhere there so I can know you. Oh dear. Yeah. And yes, I'm going to the city now. I'm going to start changing my clothes and in my life. Son, thank you so much, Kuya Sean. Please take good care always, Kuya Sean.
Uh huh. I will.
Thank you so much. You're welcome, Ed. Yeah. Yeah, Robert. Yeah,
Yeah.
take some rest. Kuya Leonard, thank you so much, Kuya
Thank you,
Leonard.
Sammy, for
You're
having me.
welcome, Sammy. Thank you for having us.
Right. Don't be Facebook, Kuya Leonard.
What?
Don't be a nightbot that all day, all day, oh wait.
Oh man.
You okay, Sean?
Yeah, you see these tall bushes along here?
Yeah.
They grow so well because I usually stop off and take a whiz and
Keep them watered, huh?
oh yeah.
Oh my God. Yes, guys, I would like to say for now, guys. Yeah. See you next time.
Oh boy.
Well, thank you, Sammy.
You're welcome. And thank
Yes.
you so much to all of you guys, yeah, for coming here in the live stream for my second year anniversary. And I set up
Pleasure.
this live guys because I would like you to know when I get my monetization in here in YouTube. Yeah, I start doing YouTube last 2 years ago, and I started July or June, last June. Yeah, and then I get directly for 2 months. I get directly I get directly 1,000 subscriber because of the help of some of my friends, and yeah, they are helping to play my videos and everything to get watch hours. So I get,
Glad to
Yeah,
do my part.
because you've always said always said that the watch hours are important too.
yeah, that is the
Yeah.
if you are a young YouTuber, yeah, best wishes for monetization from me. Thank you so much, Ed. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, Ed. Thank you so much. I hope you come back again if I do live stream soon. Yes, guys. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much for those who are sending super chat. Thank you so much. Kuya Dan, thank you.
Uh,
Um, Kuya Len Whistler and Trending Live TV, thank you so much for sharing your blessings to me. Thank you so much. And Pinas Habit. Love you all guys.
wow.
And to all people that have been here, that have been here overall. Yeah, and then give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much, guys. Especially my people here in the panel. Yeah, Kuya Sean, Robert, and Kuya Leonard.
Oh,
Always, Sammy. You know I'm going to support you.
Melton po, take care there, sis. Thank you so much. I'm going to the city. Yeah, later on after this off.
Have a good one,
Okay, guys.
Sean.
Bye
bye
for
bye.
now. See you next
Take care,
time. Stay
Robert.
Bye, Leonard.
safe. See you all.
Sammy, thank you very much.